Do. Do. Three guys and a bear on a new tonality. And now here's Coach Grandor. Do.
That was confusing.
That was confusing. Rob does love his
I made
tonality.
a face. Like I made an actual like, huh? Like.
Well, I think a lot of times I like to go with a higher energy for the start, and I wanted this time to go for a lower energy.
Well, it was more than
really
missing
throw
like
you
three
off.
notes that threw me off.
That's part of it. Yeah,
You did bring a higher energy to the sound check, to be fair. So I suppose
I
it
used
makes
it all
sense.
up. Yeah. No, that was all of it for the rest of the day. So
Make sure you catch the sound check of that $10 reward tier over on patreon.com/3 guys and a bear.
Yeah.
What a reward.
Oh,
Yeah, valuable.
Sounds worth it.
Some might call it invaluable. Others would call it unvaluable.
We are great salespeople.
Anti-value.
We do have a cool thing down the pipeline.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Don't worry.
There's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Hey everybody.
Hey, how's it going? We had
What a week.
football this week.
Yeah.
Fun week, man.
First, football news. So, the Browns-Bills game coming up. Looks like it's going to be played in a snowstorm, so that's pretty fun.
Yes.
That is exciting.
I'm the sicko guy looking in the window. Yes.
Yeah.
Love a good snow game.
I do always love snow games.
Yeah. Packers release Amari Rodgers and Kylan Hill. Thank the Lord.
Turns out seven is the amount of fumbles you can have before a team says fuck off.
Yep,
good
and
information to
8
have.
catches. Third round wide receiver pick, 8 catches, 7 fumbles in his career. So, and half of those coming on punt returns. So very good.
It was a good phrase. Imagine getting released as wide receiver on the Packers right now. Like you got to be real bad.
You got to be bad. In fact, I think he got criticized week 1 because, or like preseason, because he ran a terrible route, and then Aaron Rodgers on the show, they were like criticizing Jordan Love, and he was like, actually, that was Amari Rodgers running a bad route, and it was bad. So like he's not only is he fumble prone, he's just not good, and great third round pick. Glad we don't trade our third rounders for like real players. Why would you do that? But he can't fumble anymore. He can't hurt us like he did in the Lions game, in the Dallas game. I'm
hoping for comeback player of the year for him. He'll never fumble again.
I think he fumbled in the Washington game. Honestly, I
He
think
fumbled
he
on the
might,
bus.
I think we
Leaving
might
the
have
team.
6 wins if he just wasn't on our team. Like I think we actually might. We have Cooper Kupp gonna be out, but the Giants or not the Giants. What am I saying? The Rams are pretty much out anyways.
Yeah.
I mean,
Super
they
Bowl
had Cup still, and now they don't.
Super Bowl champions to probably just not making the playoffs this year.
That is pretty wild.
It's
In
gotta be
that
hard.
division, God, no.
Yeah, but how often does that happen? Because I know there is oftentimes teams, stink after their Super Bowl win.
I don't think
This
that's
is a
that
pretty
bad.
extra helping of stinky, though.
I feel like
stink
it, right?
does often translate to missing the playoffs. I feel like. I
Does it?
feel
Yeah,
like I can
that's
probably
probably
find
but
that
this
stat.
early in the year, like we're
Get the stat
writing them
truck
off
going.
already.
Turn on the stat truck.
Stat truck, yep, get on the stat truck. I feel like most of the time they at least get to like 8 or 9 wins or like missed, you know what I mean? Not like this bad.
And
Bad
it's-
news from the stat truck. I have spilled water into the stat truck's keyboard and need to replace it. I'll be back momentarily.
That's a major
Well,
problem.
wait, that
you.
is a metaphor for a thing that actually happened, which was just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, I would say that's not even a metaphor at that point.
No, he
That's
just spilled
it.
water onto his
Oh,
keyboard.
right.
and
Yeah,
he's
no,
just
he just
literally
did
what
that.
happened. Okay, I'll be
Yeah,
back. in a
no,
second.
that just occurred. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Thank you, Bear Stat Truck.
Let's see. Over on the stat ship,
Uh-oh.
we got water all around over here.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
Well, no, it's a ship.
outside of the
It's supposed
ship,
to
not
be.
in
no,
the
it's not. I mean, you're supposed to have the water outside the ship.
Well, that's what he means, man.
That's what I meant.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine, I guess. Yeah.
So we got, how is the Super Bowl loser done the following season? Let's see. Oh god, this goes back all the way. Let's see. Missed 9-5. Here, I'm gonna look for the just like really bad scrolling through. Honestly, most of these teams do pretty well. In '87, the Broncos went 8-8 and missed the playoffs. Bengals 8-8 missed playoffs. The 1989 Broncos went 5-11 and missed the playoffs. That's pretty bad.
Oh my god.
That's pretty bad.
That's so far the 5-11 for the '98 Falcons.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Pretty
I think
bad.
that team kind of sucked anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos make sense too because that was probably Elway. Elway.
Oh yeah,
left
did he retire
leaving,
after
right?
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rams had mostly the same team, like minus
Yeah.
Von Miller and maybe a couple more. Like,
Oh, here we go. I think the worst one is the 2002 Oakland Raiders, 4-12 after they won the Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's bad.
I think that's the worst one. The Raiders.
Well, I mean, they're not going to be that bad, I don't think.
They'll probably get a
we'll see
couple.
about that, man. They just lost their only good player.
Yeah.
I think they'll get
And
to
they-
at least 5
Because they have Aaron
wins.
Donald, but
And they
6.
kept their only good coach.
Yeah.
Um,
God, that's basically news, isn't it? Do we have to wait for the Raiders game to talk about that fucking tweet?
Wait, which
The
thing?
Raiders staff or ownership or whatever saying that they trust Josh McDaniels and he will be here until the 2023 season at least. That is vomit-inducing. That is
Sure is. Guess who else
disgusting.
trusted Josh McDaniels? The Colts. That didn't work out too well.
Oh my god, dude, that is. I'm sorry, Raiders fans. I'm legit like that. I feel bad for you. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good news coming in from the stat truck. We've replaced the keyboard successfully.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's a good stat.
Yeah.
One keyboard gained.
One
Yeah.
keyboard repaired.
Exactly. There you go. That's much
Chase
better.
Young expected to be activated this week against the Buccaneers. That's good for Washington, who's on a little roll.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get injured on the first play and then be out for another 8 months.
Washington?
Yeah, Washington.
The
Yeah, Chase Young on
Buccaneers?
Washington.
Chase
Chase
Young,
Young.
he was drafted by them.
Did you guys know
yeah.
that Chase Young was on Washington?
No, but I heard the
Whoa.
Buccaneers. I heard the Washington
Well,
Buccaneers.
they're playing the Buccaneers, Washington.
They're playing the
So
Texans.
he's being active. No, the Packers are playing the Titans.
Texans.
Texas.
Oh,
Washington
Texans?
plays the Texans. Yeah.
Wait,
Right.
The Bucks are on a bye.
well, what
Yeah.
the shit is this saying? Expects
wanna-
to be activated this week to play Sunday in his first game since tearing. Oh, he tore it
Yeah.
in the Buccaneers game.
Ah,
Okay.
there it is. All right, we got we got
No one
that.
needs to take
There
away
we
this
go.
man's ship license. He
What
doesn't need to be. He
Here's
doesn't
a
need to
guy
be
that
putting a
knows
ship
about
anymore.
football.
Yeah.
That was just a wall of sound for a
If you
second.
just
there.
watch.
Importantly, though, what team does Chase Young play for? And I think that's the thing that
Denver
everyone
Broncos?
at home really wants. That's what it is.
I think it's
Yeah.
the
That's
Denver
important.
Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
good.
Denver Broncos.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Am I still
Um,
sleeping?
We also had the Cardinals release Eno Benjamin for some reason, who was playing well, and the Texans claimed him. So
Oh no, not Eno Benjamin.
I mean, he had like 90 yards and a touchdown the other week, and now they're already like
Yeah.
cutting him. Like I don't
Yeah, that's
don't know.
weird.
It's Cardinals.
I don't think that's gonna really change much for the Cardinals.
Yeah. They also Zach Ertz out for the year for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah.
That's no good.
That's no good. Rams offensive line continues to be slammed. Chandler Brewer played through a grade 3 MCL suffered in game. He's having surgery for 6 weeks. And left tackle Alaric Jackson had blood clots, go on medication out for season. And the Rams probably out for the season.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's a safe bet.
Man. Grade 3 MCL. I remember when I was in 3rd grade. It was years ago. I mean, I can't imagine going
Yeah,
through
at
that
least
now.
3.
Yeah.
Also, the Broncos are on left tackle number 3, center number 3, right tackle number 3, and 3 of their top 4 wide receivers are unavailable, as is running back 1. Denver Broncos. So, there you go.
Oh wait, there was that stat. If we're still in like the Denver Broncos, did you guys see this? That if they had just scored 18 points in like all of their games, they'd be 8-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck, dude?
That's no good.
Their offense has just been spectacularly bad.
Yeah, it's been bad. I mean, I saw some of those games. It was like, just score 18 points. Then you watch them play, and you're like, oh, this is why they can't score 18 points.
This is why they can't score a touchdown a lot of the time.
We've all watched too many of those fucking games
Yes.
because they were on prime time this year for a while, and I think that's done.
Yeah. Also, this just happening. Bears placed Khalil Herbert on the IR. That's pretty big. He's been
Yeah,
blessed.
that's not good. Yeah.
Especially because I just picked him up on fantasy.
So that's all your big news for the NFL. So let's hop into some of these crazy games.
Well, the first game wasn't really crazy.
Yeah, the first
Yeah, we
game.
can just see that one.
Falcons, Panthers. We'll just read some stats. Marcus Mariota did all right. PJ Walker did all right. They ran for 130 yards and a touchdown with Deontay Foreman.
Deontay Foreman's looking pretty good.
More than that, they ran for 232 yards total. That's that's a lot.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good. That was pretty much the deciding factor in this one.
Yeah.
And
Falcons continue to be confusing. They look good and then they look bad, and they look good and they look bad. And
I mean,
it's just like, can you pick? Can you pick one?
prior to the season, we thought they were gonna be one of the worst teams in football. So
True.
like,
They're very overachieving still.
Yeah, I think they overachieved, and now we think
I
they're
need them
good, but
to-
th're not good.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I'm gonna give Cinny V a shout out here because he was the only one of us to pick the Panthers to win this game, and I think he's right that this is more a divisional matchup thing than it is a sign of like how good or bad the Falcons are. I think the Panthers are just good at playing the Falcons.
Yeah, that is true.
yeah,
Some
it's a-
teams just match up well against other teams.
Thank you, Bear. I also think the Falcons are actually bad too. So
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that helps.
the combination of all three of those things.
Right.
It's unfortunate that your 1v4 was completely overshadowed by someone else's 1v4 later in the week.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's great.
unfortunate.
Well done.
No problem, man. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, man wins one season of Pick'em in the first 5, and can't stop talking about it.
Well, speaking of,
Season's not over yet.
True. That's true.
Well,
there we
Plenty of
go.
season
Speaking
left,
of the
man.
season not being over,
There he
the
goes.
Buccaneers beat the
All right.
Seattle Seahawks in Germany.
Before we talk about the actual game, can we just give a shout out to the German fans? Because holy shit.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't
They
know if
were-
we have any German podcast viewers, but you guys fucking rock. That was
That
awesome.
was a party, man.
There was so much lederhosen. It was amazing. to
Oh, they
see.
were singing
like a
Country Roads
wait.
Take Me Home. They were they
Yeah.
were singing also. I've never seen a football stadium stay full 30 minutes past the game end time. Like the game was over 30 minutes later, the stadium was still full and they were still singing.
Yeah.
They had so much fun.
That was
It
awesome.
felt like the fans there were pitching the NFL like, hey, yeah, do it.
Like we're awesome.
Yeah.
Come make a team here. Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, it was way more energy than any of the London games. No offense, London, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, London's probably
Check
going
out,
to have.
to be fair.
Well, actually, so I wanted to mention this because this is kind of tangential, and I mentioned it in our Discord group. But you guys think they're going to have an expansion team anytime
Oh
soon?
yeah, it's
they
a matter of
definitely
time.
want to put someone in Europe and someone in Mexico. They want
Yeah.
that to happen.
They
I think
seem more
most of the
inclined to do
NFL,
the latter, actually.
most
Yeah.
of the NFL does not want that though, because traveling across is just
Yeah.
miserable.
That just
Yeah.
just having
I mean,
just
There's
that.
there's no logical solution to that. There just
No,
isn't.
there is. I think you can have. I mean, especially if you have a couple of teams in Europe, like if you
Swear
have
to God,
like
if you
4.
talk about magic and teleporting people around them.
no. But I'm saying like what you can do is basically just have the East Coast teams for the most part be playing the Europe teams, right? And then
Yeah.
and
That's
then
not how the
that's like-
scheduling works though.
well,
The
I mean,
scheduling is based
you'd have
off of
you'd have
record
to change
and
the scheduling. Yeah, you'd have to change a
Ah,
little
but
bit
that-
of how some of the scheduling works, and you'd
The
have to
owners
make it so
don't like that, man. They don't want to
I mean, they
change
do that all the
anything.
time. Whenever they add an expansion team, they have to change all of this anyway. Like they do this every time.
Yeah.
so-
Okay. Yeah. Expansion team. Is probably
it
gonna
is
create a lot of
it
stuff,
still
yeah.
has to be based on record though, because it's the whole point. Like the better you do, the harder your schedule's supposed to be the next year in general.
It would
That's
still
true.
just be complicated to do.
Yeah.
All,
I mean, it's gonna be right now. 32 is like perfect. When they add like because here's the thing: when they add a new team, it's probably going to be one. So we're probably going to have at least one season where we're going to have a 33 team league.
Yeah, I feel like they did two at
Maybe.
the same time.
I don't know.
Other
I mean,
sports
it's
have done like 2 at a time.
Yeah, I would think they would
might.
too. I don't think they have any reason not
even
to.
if
Like,
they
there's plenty of
do-
cities that want a football team. St. Louis probably wants one back. Like,
Yeah,
Seattle.
But think about it. They would actually have to add. They'd have to
Seattle
add
wants every other
4.
team.
Yeah.
They'd have to add 4 so that you'd have a full division. If
Not
you didn't
necessarily.
want to, well, no. But what I'm saying is, if you didn't want it to be funky, because otherwise, one of the divisions is going to have an extra team.
Yeah.
You know, or 2 of the
Right,
divisions are going to have an extra team. So, yeah, so it's going to be weird no matter what they do. But I think it's possible, and I think the NFL
All right,
wants
hear me
it to
out.
happen.
Move the Charger.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, just do that.
Might as well.
Might as well just make them like the mercenary team.
Yeah.
Like whichever city pays
They
the
can be the
most to
international
host the
team. They
Chargers.
go to
Yeah. Just move
Mexico,
them
they
up.
go to Germany, they go to London.
There we go.
Yeah.
And they'll have
Okay, but
fans.
Speaking of this being an international game, though, this contributed even more to my theory that the only stats that matter are the ones that I hear after the show, as far as pick'ems are concerned. Because once I heard that Tom Brady was 3-0 in international games, I was like, God fucking
Dude, I
damn
already
it!
said it during the show. I was like, Tom Brady wakes up at like 3 a.m. So this is like a 9 a.m. game for Tom Brady.
This
Like,
is
he's gonna be
normal
fine.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I picked him.
So the Bucks won 21-15. It had one of the most hilariously broken trick plays I've ever seen in my entire life.
The Bucks
Leonard
are happy
Fournette.
they won because that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette attempted to pass to Tom, who then slipped on his route and fell on his ass. And
To be
it
fair,
was hilarious.
To be fair, there was an actual legitimate reason they ran that play, and I actually said it to myself as I was watching this game. They ran a play before with Leonard Fournette in the Wildcat and Tom Brady out at wide receiver.
Yeah.
And Seattle just didn't cover Tom. Like
Exactly.
not like they didn't have, like, there was no one on that side of the field. They had like 11 people in the box. Like, there was just no one over there. So Tom, I mean, he's not going to run all the way to the end zone, but like if Leonard Fournette had just decided to change the play and throw it to Tom, he would have gotten 10 yards for free no matter what. So they ran that play again because of that.
But dude, as soon as Seattle saw that, the Bucks
no, Fournette's an idiot for
should
throwing
not-
that.
That was an
He
option
should not
again.
have thrown it.
Please don't throw to my 45-year-old quarterback, please.
He said something about that being like the biggest athletic disparity mismatch ever, like in the history.
That play's on
need him.
Fournette. He should have never thrown it. The second Tom was covered, you do
Absolutely
not throw
not.
that ball ever.
I do
No.
need him to play football, please. So don't ever do that again.
God, the fact that he got called for tripping. Oh, this is so fucking funny, man.
I mean,
It
he
was-
did. He definitely tried.
Oh,
to
he
trip
got-
him.
yeah, he
That
tripped
was
him for sure.
100% intentional.
It was hilarious seeing that happen, but please, look, I know that we've been calling for like better play calling on the Bucks, but not like this. I'd prefer Tom Brady play quarterback, not anything else on the floor.
To be fair, he has caught passes like that in the past, but not when he was 40 fucking 5.
Yeah.
So the Bucks end Geno season. At least they almost did until they tried to give it away at the end, like they always do. But it was a game that the Bucks, like, it was a pretty much must win.
Yeah.
Especially with the Falcons playing Atlanta or playing Carolina and then losing. So we needed that to stay 5-5 and keep that first place in the NFC South.
I think it might be time to start Rashad White too. Like,
Yeah, man.
Fournette has gotten nothing all year. Rashad White comes and gets 105 yards on 22 carries. Like,
Yeah. Also, fun stats from the stat ship.
Jesus Christ.
The Seahawks, 1 of 9 on third down.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, 10 of 15.
10 of 15 is crazy. That's insane.
That's really, really
That's
good.
way above what we were usually operating at, so I was fine with that. But
Yeah.
I had I actually had a friend who went to this game, and he is from Florida, and he got me. I showed it to Coach Crendor, a really awesome shirt and hoodie like combo with it's the Bucks logo, like superimposed on a German flag. It looks freaking awesome. I can't
It
wait.
is
to get
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Got some bootleg merch. That's dope.
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, I mean, it was sold. In
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I'm joking. Give me that.
Give me that. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Dude,
Okay,
I
so
want to
it's just
say though, that Geno Smith still looked pretty good in this game generally.
He did.
Yeah, and but the thing that's interesting is that the Bucks, I think, contained his running ability, which
Yes.
I think ultimately
They
led to
also-
them winning the game.
They did the same thing to Kenneth Walker, dude. Kenneth Walker got shut down this game in the
Yeah.
running game.
Yeah, it sure would suck to have to need him to win in fantasy over.
That would be a bummer. Yeah, it's a good thing that didn't happen to anybody.
Yeah, thank God.
The Bucks offense was looking good. Their running game was working for the first time all year. Like they've just been waiting to flip this switch, and I think Rashad White had a lot to do with that, like Apollo said.
Yeah. I'm never going to count out Tom Brady. Not until the playoffs. Until he's out of the playoffs.
totally.
It's
This Bucks team is going to make the playoffs, let's be honest.
yes,
Yeah,
I think
they're
so.
gonna make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
I sure hope so, Bear.
They're going to, dude. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Then we had the game nobody mentioned for my big 1v everybody upset. The Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Somebody, please, God, help.
Everyone thought I was
Justin Fields.
crazy. Again,
Someone.
the Falcons Panthers. I said this is a divisional game. They always play each other close, and just like that, the Chicago Bears missed
Don't
an
try to
extra
relate
point.
my 1v4 versus your. I call Detroit on everything 1v4.
Everybody.
Yeah, they're both equally inferior to my 1v4. So
Ooh,
let's
guys,
just-
hold on a second. Do you guys not remember my 1v the world last week?
I mean, you're the Justin Jefferson level of separated from everybody else at this point. You don't need to worry about
Let's
it.
play
That's
this.
fair.
Let's see if the
Yeah,
coin
that's fair.
continues this week. All right, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, well.
Because if the coin
Just-
truly is magical, then you're gonna have to give up some of that credit. All right.
Justin
Well, I
fucking Fields, dude. 12
Yeah.
of 20 for 167, 13 carries for 147 and 2 TDs. That
Yeah.
is nuts.
One of those
Yeah,
was
he is
also
trying
like
to do
60-yard run.
And he's kind of succeeding at doing everything.
Well, I
to be
can't believe
honest.
I think I said this last week. What is wrong with the Chicago defense? It's supposed to, like, they finally get a good offense. Justin Fields, he fucking finds the key. He puts it in the door. He goes, I got this, guys. You're going to get 30 plus points a game now, and it's going to be me. I'm the man. And the defense is like, finally, yeah. Well, oh shit. We got to still play?
Well,
Yeah.
they
Hey,
traded
you just did the defense too?
they traded their best linebacker. They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
rid of linemen. They really just got rid of everybody, and then
Left them hanging, man.
yeah.
But I mean, that's when they started getting good, which was really funny because, like, literally, they traded Roquan.
It's the same
Smith
with
and
fucking
somehow-
Panthers, dude.
Yeah, yeah, but like somehow Roquan Smith on the defense was holding back Justin Fields. I don't know how he was doing it,
Yeah.
but he was like from the sidelines. He was always calling out insults or something, and he was just distracting it.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's possible. Claypool only had one catch for 8 yards this game.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet had 74 and 2
He's
touchdowns.
been lighting it up. He kind of
Yeah.
came out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah, he's he was one of those guys they drafted, and they're just like, he's gonna get good one day, and now he's finally starting to put it together. Overall, I mean, yeah, their offense looks good, mainly because Justin Fields is going crazy. Glad I started him in fantasy. 40 points, very good.
Great.
And a big win over there. Also, it was the ideal situation. He like got that giant run and a touchdown, and then they missed the extra point. That was like, I was so happy. Either way, Detroit Lions, 3rd place in the NFC North, surpassing the Bears. You love to see it.
That is really
That's
funny.
Also,
Like, I feel like the Bears are a much better team.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
don't think
I don't
so.
know.
I think they are. They
I
look
agree,
way
yeah.
more
I
think they're
competitive
about
against better
equally
teams.
bad.
Here's I think we also have recency bias, and also because Justin Fields is really good, and he looks like he might
He
be,
carries so much of that weight, dude. That you're
Yeah.
exactly right. Like that's kind of the only reason why I feel that way is because
Yeah.
they have Justin Fields.
Whereas the Lions, for some reason, the whole year have had one of the best offenses in the league, and they
They're-
are consistently putting up points.
Their team doesn't really make sense still. Like
True.
when they can look so fucking bad and just totally incoherent on offense, and then the next drive they can literally look like the best team in the league. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
I will
They
say
are a very strange team.
they have a decent running game. Although DeAndre Swift didn't do great, but he did get a touchdown. Jamal Williams been doing great. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 119 yards.
Wow.
Got me 22 points.
Ooh.
Dude, honestly, Amon-Ra St. Brown he might be the Lions offense. Like, he's straight up.
He is the Cooper Cup of the Lions.
He really is. He is the Cooper Cup of the Lions. In fact, the weeks the Lions did real bad was the weeks he was out.
Yeah.
So that's boils down. Also, there's a crazy stop. They got the Bears got to the goal line, and Aiden Hutchinson super destroyed their line and
superstar, by the way, in the making. Aiden Hutchinson, he looks fantastic.
He does.
Yeah.
And listen, Lions, I still think they're gonna win probably 5-6 games. I think I said 7 or 8 earlier in the year, but I think you go 5-6 wins.
they might.
There. Yeah.
They can get 3 or 4 wins now.
Either way, big pick there. Loving it. Go Lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Nope.
Go Lions.
Dolphins.
You don't like the Lions?
Nope.
Sorry.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Tua is the man. Speaking of Justin Fields, Tua
Yeah.
is the man. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
I will be completely honest. I was a doubter for the first half of the season. I wasn't sure whether or not Tua was it, or whether it was really even necessary for him to be there for the Dolphins to be thriving. He is it. He's that dude. Tua is he connects so well with this offense too, man. He's just got it. It's so impressive watching him play.
They score on almost every drive. They're one of those teams right now where they're just the Browns. They're not a horrible defense. I'm not going to say that they're an amazing defense, but they're not horrible. And they got torched on the ground, in the air, everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank God that Tua's not dead.
Yeah,
That's
real,
very
man.
true.
Fuck, we were worried for a while.
We were talking as if his career was over.
Yeah, dude. It's so good to see him thriving right now. Jeffrey Wilson and Mostert, but in the backfield too, man. They got a good running game going on. Miami's looking really good.
Yeah. Miami's
They're top
scary.
of the division now.
Yeah.
By the way, guess who else is in second place in that division? Just passing by.
Yeah.
Because the Buffalo Bills lost, the Jets had a bye. They are in second place in that division.
That's crazy.
Yep. I think I said it on the quick snap, but depending this season is so stupid that depending on how next week goes, the Jets could either be number 1 in the AFC or out
Last
of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just it's such
It's
a
wild,
wild
man.
season. It
Well,
really is.
I should wait for the Bills game to talk about this, but since we're on the topic, it does seem like in the first half of the season we were everyone sucks except for these two teams, everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now everyone kind of sucks equally. Anyone can be anyone right now. I legitimately think any team.
I
more so
completely
than
agree.
normal, can be any other team in this league right
I
now.
love it too. I'm all about that chaos, man.
Very
We
exciting.
got some serious Jeff Saturday energy going on throughout the league right now.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about that too.
That's gonna be fun too, huh?
Yeah.
It's a fun week of football, dude. But this
Yeah.
Dolphins team, actual contenders.
They're scary.
Yeah.
As a fellow member of the AFC East, Bear, I hope that you're equally frightened of the Dolphins because
I've given up. I don't know if you know that about me right now. The Patriots are done.
Patriots,
Look at this fucking division right now. You think I got hope at this point?
Yeah, Bear's just a fan of football at this point.
Yeah, I'm just watching the season and enjoying it.
Welcome. Me and Bear fans of football.
I'm digging it, dude.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I think right now the AFC East is still in a period of amorphous
Of
chaos.
Yeah.
And there's and I don't know. I have no idea what's gonna happen. The Patriots could win the division by the end of the season.
That's so
I literally
funny
have no-
because I agree. It's insane.
yeah, I really have no idea. So I wouldn't count them out either, and I hate that.
That
I
would
really
that
hate
would
that.
suck. Honestly, as a former Patriots fan, I don't even really consider myself a Patriots fan anymore, if I'm being real. I realize the further I am removed from the Brady era, the more I'm I just liked the people, I just enjoyed watching the players for the most part. And it's like Krendor said, I'm having a lot more fun now just being a fan of the game and enjoying things like Justin Jefferson saving the Vikings game in a single play,
Can't wait to get to that
Oh
too.
God, it's more fun. It's a lot more fun this way to just enjoy the spirit of the game.
Yeah, and red zone's nice.
And red zone, yes, Scott Hansen.
Speaking of having fun, the Denver Broncos aren't.
Nope.
Yep. Broncos country, let's cry.
Let's cry. Yeah,
Russell Wilson, 21 of 42. That's bad for 286, a TD, and a pick.
So bring up the Denver offense stat again, Apollo, real quick.
Oh, yeah, if they had scored 18 points in every game, at least they would be 8-1 right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is absurd. That is just how awful their offense is.
Their defense has been pretty great. Their offense, the complete
their
opposite.
defense has been pretty much the best in the league, I think.
Yeah.
Close to.
Has it really?
It's been really
Their
good,
defense
man.
is insane.
Yeah, it's really good.
Keep in mind, they're keeping their opponents to below 18 points a game, basically.
Yeah, that's
the same
true.
stat
Yeah.
At the same time, the Titans are the worst 6-3 team in the league. Like, they just do not impress me every
They
time they're on
did
the
get
field.
Tannehill back, so
They did, but like every game, they do barely enough to win, and I'm like, this is not going to be enough to make a playoff run at all.
sometimes it is though, dude.
No. This is not enough. You need to get hot at the right time. We've said that a million times before. You make a playoff run, you get hot at the right time. This team is not even close to hot. They are literally phoning it in every game. And to be fair, they're phoning in victories.
It's not the right
mostly.
time, exactly.
True. Maybe they pop off.
They're doing a LeBron style coast through the regular season.
Imagine spending a small country's net economic value on a quarterback who does this.
Yeah.
He's got 165 million in guarantees and massive, huge dead money charges if Denver opts out early. So that I honestly am this is starting to get into the all-time territory for me of worst signings ever.
It's bad.
It's
dude.
I don't even know if it might just be there already. It's awful.
I gotta say, I hate to question the integrity of football players, but what I will say is that it's looking very much like Russ got his bag and now doesn't care. And
dude,
no, I don't think you can say that because everyone has just unequivocally proven he is the weirdest motherfucker. Like he is so weird.
He's the
it's totally
Zuckerberg of the NFL.
Completely different.
And also, I want to mention, it's not like we're talking about the Miami Dolphins receiving core here, with the Denver Broncos
or Judy out now.
Yeah, and we were just talking about their offensive line earlier in the game, how many people are out. I mean, look, Russell Wilson's not playing good. He's just not. But their team is also not that stacked on offense, It's not like the team that Elway inherited or Peyton Manning inherited, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not the same situation exactly.
Still, you should be able to put up 18 points and winning these games that your defense is trying everything to.
I would agree with you, Rob, except for the fact that Russell Wilson is also not playing very good at all.
Dude, he went from Metcalf and Lockett to Sutton and some guy named Melvin Gordon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him before, but
I think he's on the Buccaneers, right?
No, he's on the Colts. He's on the Colts.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
Well, I will say that we mentioned earlier in the show, their offensive line is completely obliterated. Yeah. So I mean, maybe he's just not getting blocking. If you're a Broncos fan, comment on your official Bronco fan thoughts.
Yeah. I would like to know Broncos logo in your YouTube profile, so we know.
Sad horse noises and lyrics.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Broncos country's gonna be riding with Russell Wilson for a few more years at least.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. And look, I think if they improve their offense, it might be a blessing in disguise for them to do shitty this year, and they might get some draft picks. Wait, do they have draft picks?
No.
That's what we're checking into.
Yeah, that might be.
They've got no incentive to do shitty, Rob. There's none.
Yeah, that's not
$245 million for this man.
No. Okay. Right now, if the season ended today, they would have the 7th overall pick. That's pretty good.
They don't. It goes to Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that? Oh, okay.
That's the 2023, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes.
I was reading.
So they're fucked.
Yeah, they have the 20th pick. They have the 20th pick.
Oh no.
Yeah, they have the 49ers pick.
Yeah, like I said, there's no incentive for them to do crappy here. They're not.
Yeah, they are fucked.
Yeah, it's not good.
And their second rounder also gone.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they don't even have the 49ers second rounder.
Do they have cap room? Can they make like a big
No, they do not.
Rob, they just gave this man $245 million, 165 guaranteed. There's no rosy Rob way to see this through.
No, when we were saying they're fucked, they are fools.
Yeah, that's not good. You know, if I had known that information, it would really sound like I was rubbing it in on Broncos fans, and I'm sorry.
It played like a bit. Like I thought.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. No.
Thank you, Rob. Stat in high school.
And,
It's not good.
That's that. I mean, hey, what it boils down to is when Ryan Tannehill plays, the Titans can throw the ball, and that helps a lot.
You're dead.
Yeah. Yep.
255, 2 TDs, better than whatever we saw the last couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Then we got the Vikings.
Oh yay!
Bills. Now I'm just gonna tell everybody. Remember how last week I said I don't trust the Vikings. I don't think they're gonna win in the playoffs, but I'm picking them this week because I think they'll win.
Yep.
Nope.
This was the exact situation I was thinking of.
I have a lot to say about this game, about the end of the game.
Like,
If I could just go ahead and get on my soapbox real quick.
I'm gonna fucking tear your soapbox down.
I know, but I get a second at least. I get to be up here for just a moment. So if I could, I'm just gonna get up and just gonna adjust this
I'm just gonna
microphone
clarify
real
my
quick.
point real quick.
I've kindly distributed earplugs to everybody. So if y'all wouldn't want to, this is probably the time to put those in now if you want to protect your eardrums real quick, because I told you so. I told you this Vikings team was legit, and none of you motherfuckers believe me.
They're not.
I mean, I believe.
I agree.
This is actually the point I wanted to make. Is I said that they're good enough to win games. They can win any game, but they're not going to because I mean, look at it. It took a miraculous greatest catch of the year for them to even be in consideration of winning this game.
Even if they lost, look at the results.
Fumbling a goal line snap.
Literally, our argument was that the Vikings can't win games. They can, but they can't win games. They had 4 fucking opportunities to win this game, and they couldn't do it. They didn't win this game. The Bills lost this game.
They were given this game. They did not win this game.
And not just the fumble.
One team got a W, another team got an L.
The Vikings, through Justin Jefferson's sheer godlike majesty, pulled them from the fucking grave down the field. It wasn't just that one catch. He kept catching balls that drive. It was Justin Jefferson and fucking no one else.
Which team does Justin Jefferson play for? I just want to know the answer to that question.
But here's the problem. They get down to like the 3 fucking yard line, 1st and goal, to win the game, and you can't do it? You can't win the game 1st and goal on the 3 yard line? That's absurd. That's awful.
Quick follow-up question. Who won the football game? I just want the result there as well.
And then you literally, all you need is a defensive stop. Don't let the Bills drive down the field in 3 fucking plays. That's all you need. What do? They let the Bills drive down the field in 3 fucking plays.
The third question I happen to have about that, Apollo, is what happened as a result of the final drive?
You might be missing my point because we're not done yet. They get into overtime. They win the coin toss. Okay, get down the field, score a touchdown, win the game. They can't do it. They get a field goal. Okay, back to the defense. All you have to do is prevent the Vikings.
Go to a higher pitch because
I feel like I'm winning this one.
Has been sucking ass. Apparently his elbow isn't good because he's thrown 10 interceptions most of the NFL.
He literally threw the dumbest interception when the tie was free.
He made a mistake. Patrick Peterson made a play. You all keep framing this.
That was a
as though
horrible
the
throw.
Bills made
was an awful
this
throw
happen.
into like
the
double
Vikings
coverage.
won the game.
It wasn't even on target.
It doesn't even matter.
Made
it's a regular
clutch
season
plays
game.
to win the game.
There was nothing clutch other
My
than
main
Justin
point
Jefferson.
is
No
you
one else
can't
was clutch.
watch this game. I'm with Apollo. You can't watch this game and be like, man, I feel good about the Vikings after that one. They sure took care of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh my God!
No, Bear, I'm with you. Bear, I'm with you. I'm gonna state.
Vote
Again,
now in the
I'm
comments
going
if you
to.
are on Team Kendor Apollo or Team Baron.
I am going
crazy.
I
You
am
are going crazy. You think
re-
the Vikings are a dominant team?
Okay, now I'm gonna go crazy here because
You go
I'm
crazy.
going to reiterate what I said last week, except I'll have to alter it a little bit because last week I said the Vikings are a 7-1 team, and now they're an 8-1 team.
Only
That's
losses
cool.
to the Eagles.
Yeah,
They
there's
got
no one else.
smashed for three quarters.
They got destroyed by the
Smashed.
Eagles.
But they
Absolutely
won.
not.
In
no.
this game
Oh my
against the
God.
Bills, they got smashed
And
in
in
the
the
first
8
three
other
quarters.
games too.
And then the Bills
Oh
took
my
one
God.
giant, massive shit of shits to let them back into the game.
These motherfuckers are living in La La Land, dude. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, you're claiming it's all on Justin Jefferson. He's part of the goddamn team, man. That's the point. That's what I've been saying all year. Kirk Cousins isn't very good. Justin Jefferson is the
In order
best
for
receiver in
the
the league.
Vikings to compete at a high level, they need Jefferson to get 200 yards and the greatest catch of all time.
He's so
So-
good. That's why they're so good.
Justin Jefferson is my husband.
Dude,
No.
Justin Jefferson is the Derrick Henry of wide
What-
receivers right now, and they're going to get the playoffs, going to shit himself. They're like lose like round one.
Going fucking
So-
nuts, dude.
What does Invicta
Please
think about this
take
game?
the
Hold
floor,
on.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
does
it's
Invicta
Victor.
think about this one?
So the Bills lost.
Yeah.
Yep, he's right.
They shouldn't have lost, but they gave the game up.
Yeah.
The Vikings won based on a couple of
Just
factors.
trying to present his opinion as though it's fact. You
We're ignoring
piece of
the
fool.
reality
You
that
absolute
Josh Allen
fool.
fumbled a snap in the end zone that should have
Yeah.
never happened.
But it happened, and
It happened, but you can't depend on this like every week. Like if the Bills and Vikings,
Vikings can.
if the
There ain't
Bills and
one.
Vikings play 10 games, do you not think the Bills are going to come out on
The
top of
Bills
those 10
would win
games?
the other 9 games. Yeah, I think.
Maybe.
After this performance, I
I
think the
don't
Bills
know.
would win.
I think
mean,
they
my
win 7
point-
or 8 of them, the Bills.
My point will be
Yeah.
that those of you who are Viking believers,
Yeah.
you've got yourself quite the test this week. You're playing the Cowboys.
What was this week?
How
It's
many
the Buffalo
fucking
Bills.
Wait, they don't have a bye week
have to
this week?
pass, man?
Yeah, it's the Bills.
This
They
is
just-
the
They would have passed the test if the Bills didn't ass eat shit farts in the fourth
There's
quarter.
gonna be asterisks on every goddamn thing, man.
they're playing against a winning team, an NFC team at home.
Yeah.
So this is the time. If the Vikings if they want to be legitimate and say there's no asterisks or anything at all,
The
then
fact that this
let
is still a
them-
question is
then lock him over the Cowboys, Bear.
I
Lock
got
him
more
over the
videos
Cowboys.
auto
He
playing.
will. No. He definitely will.
Lock them.
I'll do it now before we even get to that segment.
Here's my point.
Yeah,
All right.
I
This is
know
what I was
Bear.
trying to
He'll
make
do
this
that.
whole time. Is that I picked the Vikings to win this week, and I did that because I was like, this is a team that can beat every team. But every time they do, it feels like it's not a good win. It doesn't feel like, wow, we sure
Because
beat
they're winning
that
by
team,
one possession every game.
which is bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to
That's
do
what
that.
good teams
I don't
do, dude.
Yeah, like how many teams are winning by blowing
A
out
lot.
every? I mean,
There's
how
plenty of
really?
good
How
teams.
many?
Look at the Chiefs. The
No,
Chiefs will
hold on
shit out
a
everybody.
second. How many teams are winning by blowouts consistently? One team
Yeah,
this year is
It
doing
doesn't-
that.
Okay, it doesn't even have to be a blowout. It just has to be like not like a miraculous catch, a goal line fumble, like some just
Yeah,
weird ass
it's
shit.
it's the very important circumstances of this win that puts it into question. The
We'll
Bills.
definitely concede that the Minnesota Vikings have had a lot of magic on their side this year. That is definitely true.
I would say this game had more magic than the entire year combined. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, that's
is
just a
that
fact about the game, though. This game was
that,
nuts.
the second the Vikings were stopped at the goal line, that is the end of 99.9% of
You're
other
right.
football
Yeah, you're
games.
right. 100%. Yeah.
And I do want to say, now that we're slightly we're in more of like a Cold War about the whole situation.
Yeah, it's fair.
So-
The
so
screaming
while-
has stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that we're in the Cold War, I do want to mention something that will unify us, which is
Okay,
that
good.
Justin Jefferson catch is
Dude.
Maybe the greatest catch of all time. Yeah,
it
was
might-
the
it
greatest
really
catch
might
of
be.
all time.
I mean, see, like at least from
Holy
just a
shit.
physical perspective, like maybe as far as the games, like how important the game is. It's a regular season game, but like from a physical perspective, that is the greatest catch I have ever seen in my life.
We saw the OBJ catch. We're like, no one's ever gonna do something like that again. And then George Pickens did that this year almost to a T. He pretty much did like the exact OBJ catch. You know, you can say it was slightly better, slightly worse. It was the OBJ catch. Like, okay. And then someone, I think it was on the Falcons or something, like a couple weeks ago, had another absolutely insane OBJ-esque catch.
Of them, dude.
Well, they started practicing the one hand.
Yeah, it's just a thing now. This was not an OBJ catch. This was on another level.
No,
it was one-handed. I don't know who that Bills defender was. That's an interception. 99 times out of 100.
Like
he had two hands on the ball, two hands firmly on the ball,
and Justin Jefferson midair reached backwards.
It didn't hit the ground. How did it not hit the ground?
Yeah, he reached backwards with one hand and fucking snatched it out of his hand. Sent the man to
watching it in slow-mo. It doesn't make sense. Like watching it in real time, it's incredible. Watching it in slow-mo, it's like, what? How did you do that?
He just decided that catch was his. That, like, if that happened in Madden, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, that's unrealistic.
That's completely ridiculous.
No one could possibly make that catch. Yeah, no, it's absurd.
He saved the game in one play. It was 4th and fucking a billion.
Right. That's it was 4th and 18. Right. That was the other thing, is that the game was on the line at least.
100%. Like that was the fucking level of difficulty, what was on the line, the fact that it was this game. This game had massive significance for both teams. Obviously, he knew that. Like, oh my God, one of the best catches I've ever seen. That was incredible.
It's the best catch of all time. I don't think there's an argument.
He used Lewis's hand that he was trying to get to the interception with.
That was Lewis, right? Yeah.
As pressure to keep the ball in his possession. It was pretty good.
Man.
I do think that I think back, I was like, this doesn't really matter because I don't think anyone's gonna think of this in the time, but like it reminds me, how often do cornerbacks and safeties not realize that on 4th down you don't want the interception? Knock the ball away, like
swat it.
You actually are losing yards by
to be fair, there's probably a pretty hefty financial incentive for every pick, so maybe that's what they're thinking about.
Maybe, but like, in my mind, I'm like, man, like if we're talking about a perfect player, like a perfect player just bats that ball,
just bats it away. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
And like that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But
no, that was. I mean, like I am confident in saying that's the best catch I've ever seen live. That was unbelievable. I actually couldn't, like, when he came down with it, I was like, that's incomplete. Like there's no way he caught that. He caught that? That's a fucking catch? What?
Yeah. I mean, seeing the repeated replays of it, I mean, it was just absurd. It really is. I mean, again, like, I think there's an argument to be made as far as greatest catch ever, because, like, you know, again, it's a regular season game. It's not that important.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it was a big game, though, dude.
It was, and it was the 4th and 18, and again, from a physical perspective, I've never seen a catch like that. Never.
What is so crazy is it completely dwarfed the Stephon Diggs catch. And the Stephon Diggs catch was so good.
It was amazing. It was a one-handed catch, too.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been the talk of the game were it not for the Jefferson catch. Because, like, man, that was incredibly impressive as well. Because he just reached up and snatched that shit.
I love watching wide receivers do stupid-ass shit.
It's
like,
so fun, man. I love it. Yeah. Like, oh man, the Allen Diggs hookup is just so entertaining as well, and just that was quintessential Allen Diggs. That was so good.
That was it was a great game overall.
There's so much to talk about in this game. We could do a whole podcast about this game. This was nuts,
an entertaining game between two teams that are going to be playoff teams. There we go.
Make sure you it's time to take sides, and make sure you make that known in the comments.
That's probably the most divisive thing we've had on the show in a while, man.
Then we had Giants Texans.
Fuck.
And
okay, so I picked the Texans in this game. I can't really justify it in retrospect. Like,
I kind of baited you into it because I was thinking
a little bit,
the Texans, and I was like, oh, you want the one before? You can have it.
Yeah. I think I was maybe batting on Dameon Pierce a little bit. He looks good, certainly, but Saquon Barkley, holy shit, dude, 35 carries for 152. Wow, he is back.
Texans have a rushing defense problem.
They sure do. You can run the ball as much as you want. And Daniel Jones also threw for 197.
Looking good,
TDs.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, 7-2, by the way. 7-2.
I was gonna say, I mean, maybe this is gonna be a controversial opinion, but I also think that the Giants are also legit this year. Like, similar to the Vikings.
I'm not on board with that one, unfortunately. I'm not so much of a Giants believer.
They've had a remarkably easy schedule, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Yes.
Yeah, but they also, when they have Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones playing well together with Brian Dable here now, I mean, I don't know. If you look at their record last year, I mean, the last several years, let's be honest, and this year, I mean, it's not like we expected this, right? Like, it's not like on paper they were like, oh, they got so much better.
Oh, yeah, I did not expect this from them at all. They did beat the Ravens, to be fair, as well. So they've had a couple of tough opponents.
This is kind of my point, is that I think the Vikings are better than the Giants, clearly. I think the Giants are still a good team, but I feel like if the Giants get hot at the end of the season, you go into the playoffs, like, I think the Giants could beat the Vikings. Like, I think if it's like a lot of these teams, like, once you get to the playoffs, it's like if they're hot and they go in, it's like, oh, well, who cares that this team like 15-1 or 2 or whatever? It's like they just go in and then they lose. So it's like that's why
it don't matter at that point. Yeah,
that's why I think the Vikings are capable of that too. I mean, they got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, even Kirk Cousins. To be honest,
they're capable. I had Kirk Cousins.
Let's not go back to that. Let's.
I put the Giants in the same pedestal I put pretty much every fucking team in the league on right now, which is I think every team can beat every team. And I know that any given Sunday, like, that's almost true every year, but it is like, I would say the Texans could beat the best teams right now. I look at the Texans and I'm like, yeah, they're pretty shit, but they compete every game. And if they beat like the Eagles on that one game, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. And they almost did.
Well, it's like what we were talking about during that game, dude, is the fact that they weren't really like showing that they were a bad team. They were just showing that they were like working through some young team issues. They just had a lot of just big, dumb mistakes that they keep making that they have to learn from.
You just made me think of something. Is that, like, one of the things about football is you have so few games, right? So you have such a small sample size to determine who's definitely 100% the best team. Yeah. Compared to like baseball,
well, like literally any other sport. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. However, the thing about football is you have big teams. I mean, it's got to be one of the sports that has the most players on each side of the ball on any play, right? So so you kind of actually it kind of averages out a little bit where, even if you have one incredibly great player, that doesn't guarantee you're going to win every game. Yeah. Even if you have 3 great players, 5 great players, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think in the NFL, one player has the least significance on the performance of a team overall.
Yeah.
100%.
Even if they're the quarterback.
Yeah. And even if they're the Minnesota Vikings.
Right. But, there's still other things to consider. But we're definitely
We're not going back. Chiefs Jaguars, speaking of which, honestly,
there we go.
The Chiefs, to me, are the best team in the NFL.
They're definitely the team to beat in the AFC right now.
Yeah. That's why I picked the Jaguars this week.
They're the boss.
It really is confusing, though, because let's remind ourselves they lost to the Colts.
True, they did.
They lost to the Colts. And
they have Jeff Saturday power now.
They do have Jeff Saturday
power. I just think that the Chiefs are kind. I know they're 7-2, but I do think they're kind of hot or not as well as a team. That's I think their biggest weakness is that they can come onto the field and play so below their level.
So as simple as this argument is, I think it honestly is just as simple as this. They have fucking Patrick Mahomes, dude. Like he's the difference. And Kelsey, but much more importantly, Patrick Mahomes.
I think you're underrated. Kelsey unlocks Mahomes to do his bullshit. If Mahomes didn't have Kelsey, his bullshit would get punished way harder.
Yeah.
Mahomes is just special though, man.
He's okay. Chris Collinsworth. No,
There's a guy.
I agree.
And
I agree. He's
Rick
one of the
Collins,
best.
unfortunately, is right as well.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But we saw last year what happens when his stuff doesn't work. Like there was a stretch where, and I think, like I said, Kelsey allows him to really do that shit.
I agree. Yeah, like Kelsey is like. I think I kind of underrate Kelsey. I think you're right. Like I think I see both of them, and I see maybe I see it kind of like as a Brady Gronk situation where like they're both obviously individually talented, but they just like they kind of complement each other so well that it maybe just like makes their individual value seem a little less significant.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think that Kelsey is like a major part of what makes this offense work so well.
To me, it's not even like he's in a league of its own. There's like Travis Kelsey. Then there's like maybe Mark Andrews,
right?
And then there's everybody else.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. Well, Kittle's getting up there too. Yeah, definitely. I want to shout out Kittle in that conversation.
He was. Yeah.
I think he's just been kind of hurt and not doing well. Yeah. I think he's getting back to normal, but he'd probably be at number 3.
There, I like how you self-analyzed like your thoughts there in real time.
The
streamer is what I do.
The Jags are disappointing. I know that's nothing special to say, but like they opened the game with an onside kick. Hell yeah, fuck yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, and it worked. Absolutely,
it did work.
And then they go 3-0.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they get Mahomes throws an early pick, and it's like, okay, Jags, you got like, okay, no, not going to score off that. Okay, it's like, they were given so many chances to kind of open this game up early, and they just can't capitalize. It's depressing.
I just think they're just outmatched. Yeah. Like straight up.
That's why you picked them.
That's why I picked them.
That's why I locked them. Yeah.
Also, the Juju.
You picked the fucking Jags. Oh, you did. What's wrong with you?
Destroyed on that.
One play.
That's
it. Had a very Tua-esque feeling to it too. He got
that was bad.
Which it actually led me to question: have we seen more of those recently? Because I feel like even growing up watching football, I didn't see a lot of those, and I'm like what's happening?
There's maybe a little bit of Bader Mainoff going on with that, but I'm pretty certain that somehow it's been like specifically that response. I don't know what that response is called, but like I've seen a lot more of that lately. The fencing, yeah.
I think what's happening because it was on a helmet to helmet, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
it
think
it was a pretty dirty hit, honestly. Like it was.
Yeah.
Well, so I think what's happening a little bit is so when receivers and like running backs and stuff, when they're going to make contact, right? They're taught to lower the shoulder. And when defenders are going to tackle, they're taught to aim for, the chest, right? Like
I appreciate you doing that.
I would have never been able to find my chest without you doing
that. I'm look, I was theatrically trained, all right?
I'm a visual learner. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
visual learner on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
But so yeah, I think a little bit what's been happening is like we're getting a little bit more helmet to helmet by accident because of those two things causing their helmets more often. I think. I don't know. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
That makes sense.
Didn't back in the day you could hit below you could hit him in the legs. Can you not?
Back in the day you could fucking shoot him, dude. Like
you can still hit him in the legs.
Shit.
You can still hit him in the legs. Yeah.
You used to be able to do that, but I mean, from a young age, I mean, they tell you like you square up your helmet right in the middle of their chest and lift. Basically, that's how you tackle. But
give it the lift.
Give it the lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking that, like, I don't remember, like, even growing up being like, oh, that guy just went down, he's spasming out on the ground, like, I guess he's all right, but
he's just cold, Joe.
Just cold. You might need a blanket.
Yeah. No, I remember when I was a kid, though, there was a position that doesn't really exist anymore, which was like the hard-hitting safety. Like the Troy Palomalus and the whatchamacallit? Who was that other guy?
You don't need more examples. You just need Palomalu.
Yeah, but I mean, like safety in particular, like had certain types of players that would just like go for those big hits all the time, and I feel like you don't have that anymore.
They were called headhunters, Rob.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, hockey has that too, right? They've got the fucking. Rough Riders out there. But yeah, anyway.
I Googled it, and Ronnie Lott shows up as one of the best ones of all time.
So this was the most expected result, I think, of the week, honestly. Chiefs just clearly outclassing the Jags here.
Yeah.
The Jags kept it pretty close.
They did. I think it's still like they're growing as a team. I think they will be at the top of that division, maybe even next year at this rate.
I like the Jaguars, but not this year. Again, Trevor Lawrence still doesn't have very many emerging weapons. So
he's still got time.
But he still didn't do bad. Like he went 29 of 40, 259.
Yeah, I mean he's not dead or anything.
He's not the problem. That's for sure.
Not the problem.
So
go Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Go Jags.
Yeah.
Why not?
Jags.
Fuck it.
Steelers Saints.
Before we talk about the game, I just want to say I wonder how often, I'm not trying to bait the stats team by the way, but I wonder how often it is that the entire podcast picks against Discord. I feel like that's kind of rare.
Yeah, I thought that was rare too.
That is kind of rare.
Because like Discord, just by nature of how voting works, will almost always pick the favorite, right?
Right.
And so it's usually at least one of us. Like basically we all have to pick what we think is the upset in order to pick a unanimously against Discord. So that's interesting. I thought that was funny.
I agree.
Were the Steelers the favorite in betting?
No, the Saints were the favorite this time.
I would think so, right?
I would think so. I would think the Saints were the favorite.
It's weird that we all went Steelers then.
I knew TJ Watt was coming back, and that alone was like enough for me.
That was a big factor. We had that conversation last week about the fact that we felt like the Steelers were the best 3-5 team by far.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to talk up that I think the Steelers are better than people are giving them credit for. They're not a bottom barrel team right now.
The Saints are also bad.
Yeah.
I really thought they were good like a couple weeks ago. I thought like they were looking really, really strong, but then they just fell off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've been talking. I always like to point out rushing yards. I don't know if you guys have seen how many rushing yards the Saints, a primarily rushing team, had.
Not a lot.
Mainly because
29.
Yep, because I have Alvin Kamara in fantasy now.
No, so
he had 26 of those 29.
Yep. I am. If I was the coach, I would just put him at quarterback, honestly, and just run a wild
idea. Yeah.
I mean, how often have we seen Taysom Hill come onto the field and do his bullshit? He was unable to do his bullshit. The Saints couldn't do anything
this game. He was blanked. Yeah.
The Steelers defense even the one touchdown New Orleans got, that was like a 2-minute drill where the Steelers just kind of threw their hands up and went, "Oh, time to play prevent." Well, that's the end of the quarter or half. Otherwise, the Saints didn't do anything.
Also, looking at time of possession, Steelers 38 minutes, Saints
there were
21.
Some massive time of possession differences
Steelers
this week, dude.
For 217 yards, which is not usually what the Steelers do. I mean, Kenny Pickett 8 for 51.
If we even go back to last week, Ravens 37 minutes, Saints 22. I think the Saints got a run defense problem.
Maybe.
Seems like it. I mean, Najee Harris has been struggling all year, so
heavily,
the fact that he nearly hit the century mark this year.
Yeah. Oh boy,
Rob.
Yeah, gee. Oh yeah.
It's your first round pick for him over there.
Yeah, if you pick up a running back early, and that's the problem.
Might be contributing to your 0-10 year.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
You'll get there, Rob.
It's still a long season, buddy. You got it.
Still a long season. Wow, you really are 0-10. I didn't.
No, it's not good. It's real not good.
To be fair, that 1 week, I think you would have won if you just started players.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
True.
That's definitely
that's definitely important. I'd say in fantasy.
Yeah.
One of the first rules, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a win like this, though. Pretty dominant. I mean, it's only 10 points, but it felt like it was more. Steelers really felt like they controlled the whole game. Still have an O-line problem, though. I mean,
the Steelers are done this year, right?
They're done. They're not going to make the playoffs. It's going to be very unlikely. But again, I think that they are playing to win because, well, one, they're spending quite a lot of money this year. They're not really a team that bows out and tanks. Like, that's not really the Steeler way. Yeah. So they are going to keep trying to win. And I think, they have a pretty I think that the hard part of their schedule's finally past them. It's going to come down to a lot of divisional games if they want to stand a chance. But, I mean, we got Bengals, Colts, Falcons, Ravens, Panthers, Raiders.
Schedule
That's
for
an
sure.
Easy schedule. Besides the divisional games, it's fucking Colts, Panthers, Raiders.
Yeah,
Falcons. That's actually stupid easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Although it's Jeff Saturday Colts.
That's true. Saturday Colts. Speaking of which,
night.
Jeff Saturday Colts 25-20 win. I can't believe
I
can't believe nobody picked the Colts. Actually, thinking back on it,
of course not. Are you kidding me?
Well,
how could you pick the Colts here?
I honestly, you guys peer pressured me into not picking the Colts.
That's true.
I wanted to. Yeah.
Because
to be fair,
that
no one thought Matt Ryan was starting. That was kind of
true.
Oh yeah, no, that came completely out of left field.
Yeah. Which,
although it really shouldn't. I don't think. I think it was a stupid decision to bench Matt Ryan. If you ask me.
Yeah.
Like, he's still the best quarterback you have.
Yeah, of course. And you traded for him. Like, literally, he is obviously the best QB. Yep. He has, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, when you put it that way, it's so funny to me because it's like, I sort of see, I mean, obviously this isn't the case, but I'm looking at Jeff Saturday, considering he has no proper coaching experience as like the everyman representative of NFL coaches. And I'm like, is it really just so simple as, wait, we've got Matt Ryan and Jonathan Taylor. Why aren't we using them? Why aren't we using them more? Guys, should we use them more? Oh, that worked. Yeah, no, we won the game. Wow.
Very funny if Jeff Saturday starts a revolution of like, what if we just use the good players?
Oh my God, he's doing it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I heard on the radio, because I had the Bears radio on. They were talking to the Colts, the news dude, because the Bears have the old Colts defensive coordinator, so they were just talking as their coach. And so they were like, he was saying how the entire organization loves Jeff Saturday.
Yep.
And how the players were excited, like all the other coaches were excited. Everyone was like, yeah, Jeff Saturday, he knows what he's good at and what he's not good at, and he delegates other people go take care of that. And they're like, we actually lined up under center instead of shotgun. There's so many things they were going into of just oh, it's so good.
I will mention that part of the reason that I'm rooting for Jeff Saturday is because I don't know if you guys were paying attention to any of his statements, his media statements. But they're all the most down to earth fucking things ever. He's just 100% in every press conference. Hey, look, we're probably gonna stink. I mean, you're talking about. I've never done this job. We're gonna do.
He knows.
Yeah,
he knows.
He's completely honest about it. And he's like, I'm just gonna try. We're gonna try to do our best and do what we can and whatever. It's yeah, man. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff Saturday.
You can't do anything about the fact that they thought you were the best. Okay, well, here you go. Go for it then.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Matt Ryan, I don't know if you guys saw, but he had a 30-yard run.
Oh, yeah.
He just broke free.
It was the slowest play I've ever seen. I was I could, dude, I'm over here in fucking Texas. I could catch up to him, man. Come on.
But
Josh McDaniels, he's got to be going out soon, right?
No, they love him, dude. They love
with
him.
the farm? What do you mean?
They should. That would be a good, or the chemical shed or something.
Didn't you see what's his name?
I know.
Mark Davis loves him.
Yeah.
He was
the same man who kept Gruden for the last 6 years of his career.
Oh yeah. Fuck,
never
man.
doing anything.
Josh McDaniels.
Oh, then Derek Carr.
Dude, they're gonna stick with him. You know that. Yeah. Did y'all see any of that interview with Derek Carr after the game?
Yeah, he was crying like a bitch.
I mean, the would be like that.
Oh, come on, you can think he's a bad player, but he's been good, dude.
He's passionate. He clearly fucking cares, and obviously he doesn't think that everybody else in that locker room feels the same way.
He's got to be coached by Josh McDaniels, man. You'd be crying too.
There's no crying in football.
Shit, there's no crying in football. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, at what point do you does anyone in that organization start to go, hey, I know you like him, but he's got to go, man. We're losing. We're gonna keep losing.
Well, I mean, okay, so they're not going to go to the press and be like, yeah, McDaniels is kind of fucking up right now. We're not so sure about this guy. They're probably having those conversations in the back office,
then they come out and
right?
say we're definitely keeping him until 2023.
That's what I'm saying. What else are they going to say?
No. That's not what people say usually. People usually say oh, we have no plans, or oh, we're they don't say anything. They don't say anything at all.
I'm gonna be honest. Look. You've had Mike Tomlin for a long time, and I'm very jealous of that. But as a fan of a team who's had a lot of coaches that they've gone through, sometimes they do say, Oh yeah, he's definitely. We are fully
He's
committed
the
to this guy. Yeah. With that said, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he does get. I mean, he's only got a year. It's only 1 year so far, right? So
the only thing I disagree with you is that like this is one of those games where almost no coach should survive.
But he's had like 4 of those in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like
he's immortal apparently.
Somehow he's had bad game after worst game after worst game, and now the worst game. And they're like, oh no, we love him. Like he's great. He's
got dirt, dude. He's got skeletons.
He's like reverse John Gruden.
He's had it for years since the Kraft days, man.
Yeah.
This is I feel like this is one of those teams where you would like he'll leave and then you'll get like Sean Payton or something come in. Like this is probably a Sean Payton destination. Maybe even the Cardinals. That's another like.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I keep saying it every week, but they added Devontae Adams and got significantly worse. I don't know how. Like, how do you?
There's no other way to decipher it. Yeah, like we're trying really hard to find something else, but it just keeps coming back to him.
And again, the offer's open. We'll take them back. If you don't want him, we'll take him back. It's fine.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Coach.
I mean, he probably wants to come back now.
He probably
at this
does.
point.
That's right.
I want to talk a little bit about the fact that Jonathan Taylor all of a sudden just showed up. Like he's been gone all year, man.
Jeff
Like
Saturday, baby.
Jeff Saturday.
So yeah,
Great. Be unfortunate you played him against fantasy.
24 points. I started 3 running backs. Technically 4 with Justin Fields in there.
Great.
Very good. By the way, Jeff Wilson Jr., I didn't even mention with Miami. He got me 23 points. And the week before, he had like 16. Like, he's come into Miami, and he's been doing great.
Oh, yeah, we were mentioning that, man. Like, the Miami backfield is pretty good, too. Their whole offense is looking really good.
What a game to have a breakout year in.
I agree.
Boy, howdy.
Hey, but don't look now. Colts, they're only 2
They're still in it.
Yeah, only 2 back.
5-1. I mean, they're as close to 500 as you can get.
Yeah,
without being 500.
Right.
Yeah. And there's plenty of football left. You don't know. You just don't know.
Never know.
Anyway, speaking of knowing, we know that these teams suck.
Yep.
Cardinals, Rams.
Battle of the backups, dude.
Yep. Colt McCoy, John Wolford.
All of us did not expect there to be 2 backups in this game.
We had no idea.
Yeah, not at all.
James Conner.
John Wolford going up against Colt McCoy. Yep. That was the battle we all expected.
Yep. It was pretty much about as equal as if it would have been the normal quarterbacks playing.
Well, no, it's
always
like,
shows up, dude.
Yeah,
always plays well as backup. It's
absolutely.
Weird.
He's legit. Like to have a backup like Colt McCoy, I feel like the Cardinals are doing pretty well there. They certainly, if you're comparing the backups, Colt McCoy is the superior.
Maybe better with Colt McCoy than they have with Murray, man. Like,
yeah, a little bit, man.
Stop
like he was
Call of
looking
Duty,
legit.
man. Fucking focus.
Yeah.
D-Hop was connecting with him just as well as he was connecting with Murray, which makes a lot of sense since he's D-Hop. But Rondale Moore too, 9 for 94. Like he was finding them, man.
Yeah. James Conner, 69 nice yards and 2 touchdowns. Running well. On the other side, Rams didn't run at all.
Yeah, no, this is definitely more of a story of the Rams being stinky, though, because this team is bad.
Yeah. No, they're banged up. They're not good. They're tired. They're done. Like,
I cannot, like, as the temporary most dedicated Rams fan imaginable, like there's no reality in which this team makes the playoffs. It just cannot happen.
Yeah, I don't see it.
They definitely.
I mean, it's still mathematically possible, but
but just look at their schedule, dude. Fucking they got the Chiefs, Seahawks.
This team is a Super Bowl winner.
Yeah,
Keyword was.
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl winner. And yet again, Sinvicta has picked them, and they have lost.
And then you will never pick them again, right?
A tale as old as time. That was really about it. This game sucked.
Yep. Garbage.
Yep. But here's a game that didn't suck. Packers, Cowboys.
Woo!
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Known dumbass.
Let's go. My cursed lock of the Cowboys coming in.
Holy shit.
What an absurd way to lose a game.
Oh, man, the dude.
it makes so little sense. Like the announcers were like,
no
well,
sense, weren't you?
it's just like the announcers were like, oh, I guess he's thinking that if you miss the field goal, you give him a good field position. If you miss the fourth down, you give him a good field position. Don't have a chance of scoring. You
lose the game,
man. It's literally
dude. Like, I mean, we're going back to the poker analogy here. He really went on the biggest all in on a fucking pair of twos, man. Like, come on, what are you fucking doing, McCarthy?
It was such a bad.
Plus, after they missed that fourth down, like we had all the momentum. Like they were just like, oh, jeez. Like, and then we're just like, let's go.
That's why he fucking slammed the headset down. It's like everyone watching that game knew as soon as that happened. Oh, Rodgers is going to go down and win the game now. That's it. It's over.
Yeah,
he's basically
the best. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't like being a statistics nerd because I feel like the statistics can be wrong a lot. But legit, like, what is more likely, like a 52-yard field goal or a 4th and 4? Like,
yeah.
I'm assuming it's rather close, right?
Yeah, even if it's a fucking 50-50 in that situation, you have to kick the field goal. You have
all
to.
You need is a stop. And I know it's tough, but like you force them to go down and get the touchdown or tie the game.
Much better than if you just let them kick a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's overtime. I mean, I don't know. It's in my mind, if you're down at the end of the field in overtime, you have the chance to get points. You
have to, man.
Yeah, you don't leave points on the board.
I think the only time that isn't true is when you're already down 3 and you're basically going, you're going to lose or tie or win or tie.
But even then, it just becomes a necessity. And like we're almost like it's not quite there, but he's right at the line where we're like, you have to. It's not a matter of whether or not it's a good decision anymore. It's like you just fucking have to kick the field goal in that situation. Again, it's not quite there, but it's almost.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out Christian Watson.
Where did he come from?
107, 3 touchdowns. He showed up. Like, this was, if we don't have Christian Watson, we lose this game. Like, he just became the best receiver we've had since Devontae Adams.
Out of, like, actually nowhere, because his whole year has been just nothing.
It's been,
he just showed up this game.
So he's actually had a really wonky year, because game 1 against the Vikings, first play of the game, we play action, bomb it to Watson. He's wide open, and he drops it. Like, he would have had a touchdown. So, like, right away, everyone was like, ooh, Watson, look at that, like, 70-yard touchdown. But he dropped it, so everyone's like, whatever. Then he hurts his hamstring. Then he comes back. Then he gets a concussion. Then he, after making, like, a good catch, then he comes back again, makes another good catch, gets another, like, potential concussion, and now he comes back and does this. So it's just been, like, a shitty year for him. But this was, like, his breakout, like, holy shit game. He didn't drop. Well, he actually had one drop, but it still wasn't, like, it was still a kind of hard catch, but he made up for it with 3 touchdowns, including 2 in the fourth quarter to tie the game, which was insane. Aaron Jones, 138 and a touchdown. Thank you for giving him the ball. Always good. And honestly, Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good, even for his thumb being banged up. Like, he didn't miss too much this game. And I think he was determined to also beat Mike McCarthy, honestly.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy was determined to beat Mike McCarthy. More than that.
Well, that's a weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Jonathan Rudy Ford, the guy that everyone's like, who the hell is that? Jonathan Rudy Ford, signed him to play special teams. He's been playing great special teams, but then we start him at safety. Dude picks off Dak Prescott twice. Loving it. Keep playing him. Honestly, this was probably our best win of the year. Like 100%.
Yeah. It's a season saver.
Yeah, it's a season saver. It gives momentum. It gives hope. And guess what? Hope's back on the menu. I'm ready to make the playoffs and lose in the divisional round this time. Well, we did that last year, but I think we can pull off a wild card win if we make the playoffs and then lose. I'm that crazy right now.
Wow.
Playoffs.
We'll see about that.
He's energized.
I'm energized, man.
Speaking of playoffs.
By the way, I forgot to mention, there's the controversial pass interference call where it looked like Alexander got there early. But, I mean, here's the thing. Don't give up 14 points to the shitty Packers offense, all right? in the fourth quarter. There you go.
Don't
Then
have
that
your
doesn't
head
matter.
coach be Mike McCarthy.
Or kick a field goal in 4th and 4. So there you go.
I wonder how Cowboys. Do we know how? Has anyone looked into how Cowboys fans are feeling about the whole kick a field goal or don't?
I'd
imagine
the
they-
argument. It's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I would
don't think
think
anyone's
so.
questioning it.
I wonder. I mean, I wonder if people are split. I imagine they might be a little, but
Nope, it was dumb.
yeah, it was real dumb.
Yeah. Then we had Chargers 49ers.
Kind
Dinger.
of a shit game, actually. Like,
Dinger.
Yeah. Also, Justin Herbert got his head knocked off. I don't know how Justin Herbert's alive still after this season.
Yeah,
Like, he's gotten his ribs broken, his head twisted, his, like everything.
they're destroying that poor guy.
Yeah.
They're just destroying his body.
Yeah, it is not good. Their receiving core is, like, kind of banged up. It's really just Austin Eckler, and I guess DeAndre Carter's been playing well, but Chargers are, I don't know.
I did not realize they were 5-4. When did that happen? They feel like a fucking 3-7 team or 3-6 team right now.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
I have something to say about this game, actually.
right.
We have a new chapter in the Marcus Mariota saga.
Oh,
He's
Which-
not either of these teams.
He doesn't play
Yeah,
for these
well-
teams, Rob.
Well, if you astute readers were reading the comments on our YouTube video yesterday, someone pointed out, how did I not realize that Jimmy Garoppolo is obviously Italian with a name like Garoppolo?
That is true.
So, yeah, so Jimmy G, he is the new Italian stallion. Although, again, as noted last week, Marcus Mariota, you get to retain that.
yeah.
that
You've
title.
already drafted the Italian stallion, not Italian stallion.
I can have both.
Okay,
I mean,
Jimmy's
well,
the Italian battalion. How about that? There you go.
Okay, I don't like battalions as much. Well, there's maybe other lion-based words that we could find, but I like where your head's at. That's important.
The Italian. No, I got nothing,
Grallian.
man.
Yeah, I don't
Nope,
know.
that's
So
not a
anyway,
word, man.
Elijah
Yeah.
Mitchell ran for 89 yards. It's pretty good. McCaffrey, 38 and a touchdown. Not that great, but the touchdown's
This
good.
feels like last year's 49ers team, where they're going to make it all the way to the championship game and lose because Jimmy G is not good enough to win a high stakes game.
It does
exactly
feel
what it
that
feels
way. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. Like Jimmy G's just not going to be able to get it done. But they're better than what they were.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So in case you were curious, other words that rhyme with stallion,
Okay.
Italian. So
Yeah.
that's not that helpful. Yeah.
Italian. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah. And we also have
Just need a scallion, right?
scallion. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like
Battalion?
Italian scallion.
Well, trust
Yeah.
our rapper to know.
Battalion?
And then
Yeah,
Battalion.
remember when Paulo
There
already
you go.
said
that
Italian?
was literally the word that he said. Yeah.
I was,
and then
I was thinking.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
No problem.
can you guys guess the last one?
Give me a
there's
half
another
in
one?
here, but Jimmy Fallon?
No,
I mean,
that's,
about,
that's barely a half rhyme. That's like a
yeah,
quarter rhyme.
Rapscallion.
Oh, you know,
Scallion.
that does rhyme.
Technically.
That's not on this list, but that rhymes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just scallion with rap in front of it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we could do rap battalion. I'm a battalion that
Sure,
raps,
why not?
right? I mean, no, but it's medallion is the other one.
Medallion.
This was your rhyming lesson today on the football podcast.
Yeah.
This is an important
Yes.
part of the show.
This is what you patrons pay the real big bucks for.
That's right.
Rhyming lessons.
It's my rhyme bicycle. I have
Thank
rhymes
you.
there.
Thank you, Rob's rhyming bicycle.
Yeah, no problem.
And then we had the Eagles Commanders, which I am upset with myself for not picking the Commanders. I did say I thought they could win, and I don't know why I didn't do my meme magic and also pick them, but here we are.
Well, thank you for letting me hog the limelight on this
Yeah,
one. I really
hog the
appreciate
hog.
it.
Hog!
Hey,
Sorry.
It's just look, it's an NFC East game. I know there was some massive fuckery with the refs. Like that's
Yeah, just a little bit.
just a little bit. But that's what you have to expect going into an NFL. Just because they're all winning doesn't make their matchups make any more sense. Like it's just it's the NFC East. It's just gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and that's why I picked it because I knew there was gonna be fuckery.
Yeah,
whether
you
it be
didn't
ref
know anything.
or-
You got lucky. Even the rest bailed you out. That's the only thing you got.
I mean, the
someone's a little
Eagles,
bitter.
Eagles did screw themselves over also.
Yeah, the Eagles didn't play that well.
Did a
regardless.
lot to lose this game. Yeah, that is definitely fair.
And look, we mentioned it on the quick snap, but the NFC East, as everyone predicted, is the winningest division in NFL history.
No, not only in the league right now, but in fucking NFL history. That is absurd.
As everyone figured. I mean, everyone looked at the NFC East before the season and was like, oh, yeah, that's the best one by far. I mean, there's no question.
Like every team there, they're outstanding.
Even the Eagles, people weren't that high on the Eagles.
No, yeah.
No one thought they were going to be 8-0 this year.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
8-1 by the way. But
Right.
8-1.
What was the year the NFC East was the worst division?
Oh, it was
Like
4
every
years
year?
Every other year, yeah.
Yeah, they were like exceptionally bad.
Yeah, it
one
was
year.
real
Yeah.
bad. Oh yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
It was the
that was
first
just 2 years
place
ago?
Commanders
That
at
was
7-9.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then Giants, Cowboys 6-10, Eagles 4-11-1. 2 years ago.
Yikes.
So what a change of scenery in the NFC.
What a turnaround.
Yeah.
But you know that's the way.
See,
it is.
we went into depth on this game with a quick snap
Yeah.
for sure, but there
So you
there
can go
was
listen to the quick snap on
That's
the YouTube.
right.
No, we should talk about. We should talk
live stream.
about.
talk about a little
We
bit,
just-
yeah.
Yeah,
Taylor Heineke, easily the best quarterback on Washington over Carson
Actually, yeah.
Wentz.
We should talk about Taylor Heineke because I mean he's.
I was actually a post-game thing. Terry McLaurin, I think, had a quote where he was like, "We love Heineke. He actually is gritty. He gets down and dirty." Like he was saying all that stuff, which I don't think Carson Wentz.
Dude, when
He's on the sideline with a tear running down his eye.
Yeah.
because if he actually used the word actually,
I was gonna say, yeah.
man, that digs deep.
That one is that turns that sentence from like a compliment to Taylor Heineke to an actual sly insult to Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning to you guys as well. I do feel McLaurin is like the clear, like far and away wide receiver one on this Commander squad, and he kind of deserves to command that respect because I know
Commanders.
He's saying the thing.
because like who else is going to do that on this team? You know what I'm saying? Like on this offense specifically.
Well, I mean, he was a monster last year, and he hasn't had as great of a year this year. I only know this because I have him on my fantasy again this year. But he's still, I mean, he's still just he's a monster receiver. I think he's probably coming because they drafted him, right? So I think he might be pretty close to contract, which might mean that he's going to leave.
Well, he actually was in the same
they
draft
drafted him,
as the Packers drafting Amari Rodgers right ahead of him. So imagine if we did that.
This team is weirdly somehow still in contention. I think they need to go with Heineke. I know, like, I recognize 100%. Now, and I've certainly seen many examples of it where, like, he, you know, he's kind of a Fitzpatrick in a lot of ways where, like, he can pull off some incredible shit, but also he'll just overthrow 3 or 4 guys in a row out of nowhere. And you're just like, what are you doing? Yeah. But I do think he gives them a better shot than Wentz.
I found the quote. He said, guys like that elevate the guys around them. Really happy to play with a guy like that who is gritty, it's dirty, it's nasty.
You see it? Well, that sounds gross, first of all. But you see it on the field, dude. Heineke plays with passion, and he just shows it every fucking drive.
Oh,
hold on! He got laid out on that penalty. He got up and was like, "Yeah, we won."
He was freaking out, man.
I'm reading a news report. He actually had a follow-up quote. He says, "Yeah, he's stinky. He's really gross. He just never bathes." I'm not sure if he's
a muck.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's making a compliment or if maybe it's a cry for
and
help.
he actually has dysentery.
Oh no, that sounds problematic, dude.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of we drafted Jay Sternberger.
That's who.
In fact, Jay Sternberger, who's not in the NFL anymore, tweeted out, "I can't believe the Packers didn't draft McLaurin because they took him."
Did he retire and become a 1920s oil baron?
Can't believe. By the way. Shout out to Brian Robinson Jr., 86 yards and a touchdown. Dude got shot at the start of the season, and now he's back playing.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like he got like in crossfire, like a drive-by thing or something. Or no, I think someone tried to steal his car and he like tried to defend himself and got shot. It was something like
my
that.
God.
Dude.
So
Jeez.
yeah, and he's back
America.
Yeah.
now. So that's that, and that's your games of the week. Games of the week. Power ranking.
Thank you, Coach Crendor and Bear, for the power rankings here. We go to Dan Hansis, longtime contributor and also fellow podcast co-host here.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't know it yet, but thank you, Dan, for helping
Thanks,
us out. Top 5 in the power rankings, NFL.com power rankings Bible of the internet, starting with Robert Alpaca Patrol, the Italian battalion stallion Italian.
Rapscallion.
I am a rapscallion. They do call me that. Yeah. I am gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bear.
Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Coach.
Chiefs.
Yeah. Follow.
Please give me the Dolphins, please.
Yeah.
Thank God, finally.
Hey.
And Robert. And Bear.
Yeah.
I'll take the Baltimore Ravens.
And
Fuck.
Coach.
Probably the Bills.
Yeah. There you go. Top 5 power rankings. Eagles staying at number 1. The Chiefs moving up from 3 to 2.
I think the Chiefs should be number 1.
Wait, did you say the Eagles are still number 1?
Nope.
They
Yeah.
lost.
It's their number 1, and you're all wrong. The Vikings. The Vikings, Rob. The Vikings at number 3. The Dolphins rising to the 4th spot, and then the lowly Buffalo Bills have been vaulted downward to the 5th spot in the power rankings on NFL.com.
The Bills are better than
Followed
the
by
Eagles.
nope, they're not. The Ravens, the Niners, the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Jets, Rob. The Jets still staying in the top 10 of the NFL power rankings on NFL.com. Now, here we go. It's the week of 8s, everyone.
All right.
We're starting off with the fattest doink.
Okay.
This team has fallen, you've guessed it, 8 spots, going all the way down into the bottom 25 of the NFL power rankings. Robert, name this NFC team.
You said they went to the bottom 5. I'm going to say
bottom of the top 25 for clarification.
bottom of the top 25 is what you said.
I
I
have
am
teams.
ambiguous and confusing about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah, no, that is a very confusing way to. The Falcons.
That is absolutely incorrect. It is the Los Angeles Rams, Rob.
That makes sense. Yeah,
The Rams have fallen from 18th all the way down, careening down the cliffside to, which is kind of weird because Rams can actually like walk up cliffs sometimes.
They're very good at it. Yeah, it's incredible.
Careening down to the 26th spot
Yeah, those are abexes.
maybe 2.
on the power rankings list. And then we go to the opposite end for the thinnest dink. Again, the week of 8s. We have 3 teams that have risen 8 spots each for a total of 24 points on the power rankings. We're gonna go around the horn here, starting with Bear's horn. Bear, name one of them.
Give me the Texans.
What?
What?
You mean the Texans?
It was a suave, smooth guess there, Bear, but I don't know where that came from. Coach.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
That is correct.
No, okay.
The Commanders have risen from the 25th spot to the 17th spot, now climbing 8 spots. Apollo, name one of the other 2 teams.
Packers.
That is incorrect.
What?
The Packers have risen an impressive amount, but not impressive enough to make the thinnest dink. They've only risen 6 spots, going
I'll
from
take it.
22nd to the 16th spot. Robert, back up to you.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Give me the Eagles.
That is absolutely
Hey, now.
incorrect because they were still number 1 from last week and the week before, and we're back to Bear for redemption.
Oh, that's unfortunate. gonna pass mine to Grendel.
All right, I'm not really sure. I think I might know one of them, but I don't know what the other one would be.
All right.
I'm gonna say the Colts.
And that's the end of the segment. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Is it the Bucks? Is it the Bucks?
It is not the Buccaneers.
Well, who is it then? Wait, no.
It is one of them is the Miami Dolphins, Rob. The Dolphins have
That's
risen
right.
from
They were
12th to
way
4th.
underrated. That's right.
That's stupid.
They were underrated.
12th
Yeah,
to 4th,
that 12th
rising
ranking
8
was
spots.
ridiculous.
Which makes you wonder why they were ranked in 12th in the first place.
That's what I was saying last week,
Yeah,
man.
And
yeah.
last but not least, Coach, I can't believe you didn't get this one. The Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
I cannot believe the Texans and the Eagles were picked before the Lions in this guess, but somehow they were.
We got to
The
get Dan back
Lions.
on here at one
Yeah.
point.
That's
Yeah.
See how
The
he's feeling
Lions.
about this season.
From the 29th spot all the way up to the 21st spot. Congrats to Dan Campbell and everybody out there. Now, here we go.
Yeah.
This one, I've primed this one, ready for you. This one goes to Apollo.
Oh no.
Apollo, true or false? The Denver Broncos are ranked above the Las Vegas Raiders.
True.
That is incorrect.
What?
Wow.
The Broncos are ranked 26th on the power rankings, or sorry, 30th on the power rankings, with the Raiders being ranked on the 29th spot.
They have such a good defense, though.
Raiders
Wow, that's
29,
wild.
Broncos 30, and I have to read this write-up because it includes an Al Davis quote by Dan here on the Raiders. Rome was not built in a day, end quote. Those are the words of Raiders owners Mark Davis per ESPN when asked about the job security of first-year coach Josh McDaniels in the wake of an embarrassing loss to the chaos-drenched Colts at Allegiant Stadium. Quote,
Like a Dark Souls boss.
People in today's world
Sorry, go ahead.
quote, people in today's world want instant gratification, end quote, Davis added. The guys coached 9 games. We're 2-7, not the results we're looking for, but at the same time, we've lost 6 one-score games with the ball and a chance to win at the end, end quote. Derek Carr's emotional press conference on Sunday told the story of a season that's been brutally frustrating for everyone involved. Davis's public statement of patience is surely appreciated as they careen down to the 29th spot in the power rankings.
I'm
And
sure that makes everybody feel real good about that over there in that organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last but not least, here we go, Coach Crendor.
Yeah.
True or false? The Carolina Panthers are not the last ranked team in the power rankings this week.
True.
That is correct.
Wow.
Can you
That was
guess
easy.
who is?
I mean,
Texans.
that's easy,
Texans,
right?
yeah.
That is correct again. The
I was
Texans.
guessing preemptively, by the way. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
The Texans have moved back down to where they belong, back in the barn with the door closed and zombies being in there
Holy
eating the
shit.
cows and everything like that. The Texans have now dropped to the 32nd spot, with the Panthers moving up to
Snowmobile
the
zombies.
31st spot. And that is going to do it for the power rankings. We go up all the way to Coach for the bonus stats and
All
then
the way.
pick'ems.
He's way up there.
He's very
way up
high.
there.
The
Whoa.
booth is like in a skyscraper.
Coach is in. He is in the airship. It's the coach
Yeah,
ship.
it's in the
Yep.
ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes
welcome
Stat
to
chip.
the stat chip.
Yeah. There he goes. I can see him wave at Coach. There's
Oh.
Coach. He's got. I can totally see the stat chip just being Crendor's logo.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a fucking Zeppelin up there.
Yeah, it's just a big
yeah.
Crendor sloth face.
Do you guys think that we have mass appeal to sports audiences?
Absolutely
as a
not.
podcast?
No, this is probably the #1 NFL podcast in the world. This just
I
most
think
people
so,
realize
yeah.
it yet. Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
with you, man. I think we're on the up.
Yeah,
Absolutely, positively not.
I mean, when I watch TV, I think to myself, our show is better than this shit.
Legitimately,
Yeah,
yes.
all the time. Yeah.
I watch
like-
a lot of like sports stuff. I'll wake up early in the morning.
Actually, yeah.
I won't
I'm
shit
not
on any
even making a
specific.
joke. Yeah, no, I'm serious.
And I'll be like, you know, there's like every time they're just like saying like regurgitating stats and stuff. We regurgitate stats, but then we're funny with it. Like we make jokes. So, like that's just better. It's an upgrade.
There's like 25 goddamn NFL shows in like the 6 to 9 a.m. block alone. Like,
Yeah,
we're doing fine.
that's true. Honestly,
Offering an acceptable product by the standard established.
I guess I had. Yeah, go on.
We've got a Patreon too.
We sure do.
They get all sorts of like fancy like live graphics too. We got to work with just audio, man. Like that.
Yeah. We're doing just fine.
And one of the best stat teams in the world.
That's right. That's right.
He's getting cold, guys. We gotta help him out.
I got here. Here we go. Bonus stats.
Hey.
All right.
Commander Wild, not Hog Wild. This was the first time Rob has incorrectly predicted a Commanders-Eagles game. He has typically been very accurate in Commanders divisional games. Eagles 8-1, Giants 7-1, Cowboys 7-2.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Look at that.
Good job,
Well done.
Rob.
Yeah.
Beanstalk lock. Last time the Giants were locked was November 10th, 2019 against the Jets. They lost. This breaks the longest active lock drought and sets a new mark at December 8th, 2019.
Oh,
Ho ho.
it's exciting.
Buff Door no more. This is the first time Krendor's picked against the Bills in November. It also ends a 19-game streak of Krendor picking the Bills in the regular season, the 11th longest pick streak ever.
That is
Like
wild.
Bills.
That is pretty crazy. I do like the Bills, and they were good.
It is funny seeing the brown bison because that's accurate. That's what they're supposed to
Right,
be
yeah.
that color,
Yeah.
not blue.
That's true.
Fun science fact.
Crazy.
Right?
Brown bison.
Brown Bison.
say.
Nothing but the hits. Invicta has locked just 5 different teams so far this year, the lowest total of anyone. Eagles, Chargers, and Rams, Bengals, and Jets. He is locked against a different team each week, tying Bear for the most.
I would say you're sticking with the safe stuff, but then I saw the Jets in there, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, he's mixing up a little bit every now and
the
then.
Rams.
Yeah.
You know, the Rams in there too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the Chargers.
Two
Actually-
Rams vlogs. Two. I'm never picking the Rams again.
Let's go back and let's just go find every wrong statement you've ever said ever on this podcast.
The Rams one specifically is funny. That's all I'm saying.
Just
I'm gonna
bring
give him
it
that. Yeah. that's the fun of the bonus stats, baby.
It's
is a
just
fun
funny because
bonus
I'm
stats.
looking at the schedule. We have another Rams game coming up, and they're playing a pretty shitty team. So
Here comes the lock.
I do just whenever Invicta picks the Rams, honestly. Then we have the
Rating party.
the rating party. The Raiders are the 13th most picked team this season somehow.
Confusing.
Rob 8, Discord Apollo 6,
Eight
Invicta
tops
5.
in 10 weeks.
Krendor Bear
Damn it.
4.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, they would be if they scored 18.
no, that's the Broncos.
Whatever. Fuck it.
A whole bunch more problems here.
Same division.
Their predicted versus actual win percentage 61 to 22, the largest disparity of any team.
Yeah,
You know
that
what?
makes a lot of sense.
I'm attracted to the fact that they have a Jolly Roger, and it's not fair that they get to have a Jolly
He just
Roger.
looks so pleasant, doesn't he? Look at his face. He just
Yeah,
looks
look
so
at him.
content. Yeah.
He looks jolly.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, that's that. And as you can see, I continue to rise in the power ranking, or the
I
well,
just
our
want-
power rankings essentially.
I want to point out I'm having a pretty landmark year because I feel like I'm gonna lose it eventually. I don't think I can maintain this
Yeah, we're
high
only
of
at
a
the halfway
percentage.
point.
It's a tough
really.
mark to maintain, man.
I'm
You're
just
kinda
happy
up
about
there.
it. I'm proud of it, and I'm expecting it to come crashing down to earth in the coming
Nah,
months.
I'll give you that. You're doing pretty well this year.
I'm having a very bad year. I'm
You
usually
definitely
like
are, yeah.
I'm upper ranked usually.
How does that? How do you think Krendor feels?
I mean, listen, I'm constantly going up. It's
I was
only up
gonna
from
say
here.
it's easy to go up when your goal is 500, but
Yeah,
you
the
know,
problem with you going up is this graph is a little misleading in that it's average in percentage, right, of everything. So like,
Right,
it's
yeah.
easier to go up the lower you are, and it's easier to go
Yeah.
down the higher you
Still,
are.
still
he's
going
going
up.
up. He's going
True,
up. He's
true,
not
going
wrong.
up.
He's
Going
not
up.
wrong.
So here we go. It's Pick'em's time.
Pick'ems.
It's the first
Pick'ems.
Pick'ems with the Pick'em star.
That's
of
right.
the week.
That's
The assistant
true.
coach of the week.
Oh,
Assistant coach of the week.
We can announce who they are.
Who is
That's
it?
now?
right.
This would
Shout
be a
out to
time.
Curtis, our first
It's
assistant
Curtis.
coach from the Discord. That's right.
Curtis.
And if
Curtis.
you want to potentially be a Pick'em star of the week, join the assistant coach tier in the Patreon. Your name might get called.
Mhm.
Or it might not.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Probably not, but you know, the odds are pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's a pretty. I mean, it's like 1 in
9 million.
20 or something like that. Yeah, let's go with
20.
1 million. Yeah, that sounds a lot
9
better.
We
million.
have
Yeah,
9 million patrons. Why was
Yeah. Sorry, we
Yeah,
didn't.
dude.
We only told you we had like
Pretty
a
well.
few, dozen because
We're hiding the real
we
stats
don't
just to
wanna-
keep modest,
Yeah,
That's not
keep
cool.
you at a low percentage.
That's not
Yeah,
cool
well,
at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
We got to do
we
what we got to
weren't
do.
we weren't planning on letting you know, but you asked, so
Yeah, we have to tell the truth. That's the one
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
that is the
One
rule.
rule around here. Yeah.
It's the rule that we all swore a blood oath on at the beginning of the podcast, and that's just how it is.
Always
That
tell
is
the
no way to
truth.
run a podcast.
Well, I mean, we have millions of patrons, so I
That's
mean,
true. Yeah,
maybe you're
very well
Titans,
there.
Packers.
Titans, Packers.
I'm gonna.
I'm a believer once again. I'm going Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, I'm picking the Packers, but I don't like it. I just it's two teams I don't believe in. Oh, it's
I'm going-
Thursday, isn't it?
I'm,
as well.
I'm
Yeah.
going with Curtis here, man. I'm going with the Titans. I feel like this Packers team, like they pulled off the pretty important W there for sure against the Cowboys, but I don't know, man. I don't believe yet. I don't believe just yet.
I have.
It's so weird because the Titans are like, they have a better record, but I feel like they also I feel like they're the better team. But why do I feel like they're gonna lose? It's so weird.
It is in
what's
Green
your
Bay.
run defense like?
They were bad, but they haven't been too bad recently. Our pass defense is very good though.
Yeah.
So
That's not a
we'll
big- I
probably
don't
the
care.
thing is we'll probably just stack the box. And
Yeah.
then
I just wonder if the
That's
Packer now that what was the name Watson, if
Yeah.
he's like unlocked and now Rodgers can do his like Devontae Adams thing,
It's
where he's like, I'm gonna
possible.
throw it to you the whole game, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get like 900 yards.
Right. Yeah.
it's also
All
going
right,
to
fuck
be
it.
A single tweet that convinced me of exactly that fact. So yeah, no.
It's
good luck.
also a Green Bay Thursday night. It's going to be 22 degrees with 10 to 15 mile an hour
Yeah.
winds.
Tennessee they have an open stadium.
they're pretty
I
fucking
went to
cold
a
up there.
Titans game and it was like 10 degrees. So
Yeah.
they can play in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You've peer pressured me into the Packers. I will take the Packers. I think they could.
Cindy V, where are you going?
He said Packers.
I already
Thank
said
you.
Packers.
You said Packers. All
Packers.
right.
It's,
I was
It's just
curious,
you and Curtis,
curious.
man.
Yep.
I'll go with Curtis. I'm okay with that, man.
We'll see about
I
that.
mean, I think the Titans could win. I mean, I honestly they should win.
I think they
have
could
that
win
better record.
and they should win, but we are on the table run now. We are running the table all the way to that playoff loss.
I
That
don't
is
know
my hope.
about that, but
I don't
all
know about
right.
that.
If
All
you
the way
think
to the
so.
playoff loss.
Mhm.
It's going to happen. Bears Falcons.
This one's really fucking hard, and not even because either of these teams are any good. It's just because they're just like dead even with each
I'll go
other.
Bears. I think they're
Bears.
Yeah, I'll take.
I like the Bears here. Yeah.
Man, all of you
Kendor?
picking the Bears kind of makes me not want to pick the Bears.
Well, Curtis is
kinda-
going with the Bears as well, so you
Yeah,
got the
sorry,
1v5
yeah, right.
I
going
kind
on,
of
man.
wanted to pick the Bears, but if everyone's picking the Bears, I kind of want to take the Falcons.
all right, I'll pick the
This
Bears.
is just horrible logic, but
It doesn't make
I'm
any
taking the
sense at all.
Falcons.
I look at that graph and I go, I
That's
wonder why
Kendor
Kendor's
logic.
doing so bad. And then you see like the Jags pick last week and now this.
I mean,
It's
just
like,
look at his entire pick'ems chart from last week. It's just this is the quintessential Crendor. If you look at the fucking pick'ems spreadsheet that's been maintained by Pixelhaven all throughout the years,
Well-
thank you very much for that, by the way. But like,
Oh,
he's
yeah, that's
the
incredible.
biggest upset picker of all time. Absolutely,
That's true.
It's just his
Also,
thing.
I will never turn down an opportunity to cheer against the Bears, and so you're going Falcons.
I will
He's
say
going
also,
Falcons.
Yeah.
if the Falcons win next week, he can play back that whole clip of what all just transpired and
That's
be
true.
like so vindicated.
That's
and
true. In fact, I think everyone called me crazy for taking the Lions last week.
It's true.
Maybe.
It's true.
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
probably true. I don't remember, and
I
you don't
mean,
have the clip available,
nobody
so
else picked the
I mean, we're just
Bears.
used to calling him crazy at this
Or, I
point.
mean, the
that's a good
Lions.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a thing at this point. Eagles, Colts.
Give me the Eagles.
Eagles.
I have this weird pit in my stomach. That the
Oh,
Eagles are gonna lose.
no, dude.
I think it might be the Colts.
The
It's just
Saturday Magic, really?
It's
Saturday
home,
Magic, man.
home game. Jeff Saturday.
No, I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm gonna take
Ah,
the
fuck
Colts.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ, dude, he's insane.
All right, fine. I'll take the Eagles.
It's too many. It's too many upsets, man. Like
I actually think
that's what
there's
you just-
merit to. I feel like the Bears-Falcons game is closer, but I do think that the Eagles. Like, I feel like there is some Saturday magic going on.
I do too, actually.
When you pick nothing but upsets, you're eventually going to get right, but that doesn't mean that you're good at picking upsets.
He's just creating a new norm for himself.
This is a self-created problem.
Jags pick last week continuously.
It's gotta be.
Curtis went with the Eagles as well here, by the way.
That's fair. That's respectable. All right, the coin.
Jets,
The coin, if I remember correctly.
Here it is.
Patriots,
Right?
right?
It said
I am
Patriots.
going to lock the New England Patriots
Oh, there he is.
because this is a big L on the schedule.
I'm
yeah.
going against
So
the
good.
coin again. I'm picking the Jets.
Wow.
I have to fight the coin. I have to be like the yin to the coin's yang. You know, I feel like
I'm definitely picking the Pats here, man.
It's
There's
your
no
life.
question about it.
I don't know what the coin's punishments will be. That's all I'll say.
Like
We'll
the
see.
first game between these two teams, outside of the coin's magic, if you just look at this from like what actually happened, like the Jets looked completely helpless against the Pats last time, so I can't imagine that's
True,
going to
but
be
then
much
they
different
beat
here.
the fucking Bills, man. So I don't know. None of that makes
It's
sense.
a mystery, dude. I'm with you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm just gonna go.
What's he got?
You know what?
He doesn't know.
You know what? Give me the Jets.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
all
go.
right.
Me, you, and Curtis. Because I know some Victor's picking the Pats, right?
Yeah. No, Curtis is with you guys on this one too. He's got the Jets as well.
If I know Invicta, it's overconfidence in the Pats.
Yep.
Except my Patriot picks have been almost all correct this year, but
It's
sure.
true. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna pick the Pats right here though too, right?
I don't know because
It is a
No,
tough game, regardless.
Yeah.
Brees
for
Hall, Brees Hall obviously is gone.
Right.
The Jets had him for the last time that they played them in New York and lost.
Right.
Did they? Did we?
I think the
remember.
Jets'
So, yeah.
defense is going to play better this game. I think it's going to be a closer
That's-
game, regardless.
It's gonna be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be close.
I am going to pick the Jets, but I want to pick the Patriots a lot. I
Alright.
think the Jets will win this game though.
Okay.
I think that they'll learn from the last matchup.
I have full faith in the coin, and
All right,
I believe the coin will
I
lead
have
us
zero
to
faith in the coin.
11-6.
We've established that, yeah. Since the Randy days, we've established that.
That's true. Yeah, it's very anti-coin power.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Patriots.
Jesus.
I just remembered
fair.
that I predicted the Jets to get like 7 or 8 wins, and I think they'll probably lose
Right.
just one to make that happen.
It's fair.
Yeah, so I got
More
to go back on my
logic right
predictions.
there.
Commanders, Texans.
Ooh. Commanders. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Curtis on this one. He's got the Commanders. I'll take the Commanders too.
Yes. This feels like a bit of a trap game, but it's
Give
not
me the
really.
Texans.
Yeah.
That's my upset of the week right there. Give me the Texans.
Nah, it's Commanders.
I think this is a Texans win too. I'm going Texans.
I feel much more confident about my Commanders pick now.
Wait, hey, no, we have Krendor's awful upsets with my amazing upsets. So
That's
does
true.
it cancel out?
I mean, but like the amount of Krendor upsets. Do you feel
Yeah.
confident about
How
the
many
odds that yours
amazing
line up
upsets
like
have
that?
you had?
I picked the Steelers against the Bucks. I picked the Bears against the Pats. I picked the
He's
last
got
one, the
third example.
Commanders
He's
over the
got one
Eagles.
coming up.
I
Here we go.
remember them, all right? I picked the Lions over the Packers. Those were all 1v4s when all of you were super confident and said my pick was stupid, okay?
To be fair, I thought the Lions probably would
He's
beat
keeping
the Packers.
receipts.
He's got it, dude.
I'm real good at the Commanders picks, though. Apparently, right?
True, yeah,
Oh,
Rob.
yes.
What do you got
Okay,
this
Rob,
week, Rob?
wait,
no,
did you
that
pick
was
Commanders?
Commanders-Eagles games. That was
Oh, that's true. That was Commanders.
Wait, was it
Eagles.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, what do you got regardless, Rob? What do you got?
Well, I took the Commanders. Yeah.
All right.
You know what? I'm going Commanders because Rob's going Commanders
Give
now.
me the 1v4. I'll put another one in my fucking pocket, man.
All right.
Oh, it's Commanders divisionals. Okay, Commanders divisionals. So yeah,
Yeah.
I still trust in this Rob Commander pick.
I agree. Yeah, you're right.
I can see it.
I
It's
trust in how
Heineke. baby.
bad the Texans are.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you guys are really talking this up again, and I'm gonna.
I'm going to be upset if I swap my pick and the Texans win, though. good.
I mean, they're both shitty teams. They could either one could win here.
It's
this one.
It could be just although Commanders. Rams. Rams Saints.
I want to give Curtis a shout out for still having confidence in the Rams somehow to win this game. Because, come on, man,
it's got to be Saints.
Come on, man, you got to go with the Saints here.
Yeah, I guess I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah,
Although,
okay.
I mean, Andy Dalton.
This
Even
is the
Sinvicta, right? Come on now.
This
Like,
is the
if
ultimate
Sinvicta's
super
picking the Saints here.
Sinvicta game of two teams he does not like.
Yeah. I hope the entire stadium explodes.
It'll be underwater in 20 years. Don't worry about it.
You can call
you're
it
right.
high.
Also, for legal purposes, I want to state that he is joking. And that was
He meant in Minecraft.
I am not joking.
We have to do
He is joking.
Patreon. We have to be responsible.
Joking.
Yeah.
You actually can't say that.
You should
I
call,
actually
He is
hope the stadium
joking.
explodes.
It's a hilarious joke.
Really committed bit.
I'm laughing at it, and I think it's funny how joking the joke it is.
I'm going with the Saints here for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
Sinvicta, who are you taking?
I said
He's got the
Saints.
Saints, I think. Yeah, he's got the Saints.
Sorry, I was. Yeah.
And
It's a tough one.
You were
It's
paying attention to the
understandable.
bit. Yeah, it's a really good bit.
Bills.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah,
Locking the Bills.
Although this is Deshaun Watson's coming back, right?
I don't think it's
No,
this
I think
week.
so.
think
It's either this game or next
I
game.
think
Remember,
it's
it's against the
Oh,
Texans. That was the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
There's
you're right.
gotta
You're
be a
right.
Bills win.
Yeah, Bills.
Locking the Bills.
Yeah, that's a good lock. Yeah, we'll lock
good
the
luck. Especially since they-
lock the Bills. Well, I'll take the Bills. Yeah,
They're on a 2-game losing streak. They're probably fucking.
Yeah.
they're gonna be pissed.
Oh,
Dude, Josh
yeah.
Allen's gonna be
They're gonna be
mad
mad.
as hell. He's gonna go
Yeah.
off.
Ravens, Panthers.
Locking the Ravens.
Fuck, I was gonna do it, but I didn't think
I'm
it was that
doing it.
contested.
I'm doing it, dude.
Ravens.
I feel real
Ravens.
good about this Ravens pick. Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Curtis has got the Ravens as well, and surprisingly, Crendor, are you gonna go for the full sweep?
I said Ravens.
You got it. All right,
Yep.
full sweep Ravens.
Lions, Giants.
Give me the Giants.
Giants.
You guys are.
Detroit
They've
Lions.
lost.
Crazy.
They have
Two in a
lost.
row.
The Giants have lost 1 game, and the Lions have
I'm
lost.
picking
7.
the Lions.
The Lions
man.
have won 2 in a row.
Oh my
That's
God.
true. The Giants have won
Me
8.
and Crendor. Wait, whenever we pick the
Giants
Lions
just
together,
lost to
we're
the
wrong.
Seahawks the other week.
Can you pick the Giants so I can get this one right, man?
Hey, okay, hold on. Cindy V, we need you to provide the voice of reason here.
I think that the Lions
Oh my
will
God.
win this game.
I told you to provide the voice of reason, not the voice of
Detroit
dissent. Come on
Lions.
now.
That's Lions, man.
No, you want me to go with the Bear pick?
I just want you to pick my pick. Yeah,
I want
exactly.
you to go with the Curtis pick, which is also the Giants.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, I will say, I feel like the Lions have been the most poorly picked team out of all of us.
This
in
is
this
the
Probably
only
true. Yeah.
This
Well,
is the
that's
only
because me
time.
and Crendor pick them every fucking week.
Yeah.
I probably have picked the Lions more than I've picked like the Chiefs or some shit. Like,
probably true.
This is the only time that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
They're just having a bad season, and that's still. I mean, I worry about Saquon running over him, but I think that the Giants' defense is not up to the task of stopping what the now that the Lions are back at almost full strength for offense.
Fair.
Oh,
They do have a
God.
stupidly good
this I
offense.
hate.
Oh,
this
this
I don't
game,
get
dude.
it. This
Holy
feels the
shit.
same as last week, man.
Just pass. Just a hard
Raiders,
pass. Oh,
Broncos.
Oh my
fuck.
God.
All right, what did Curtis pick? He picked the Broncos. I guess I'll go with the Broncos. Fuck.
Oh, God.
This is physically painful. I did not know,
I know, oh,
the
God.
sight of a schedule could pain me so much.
It's a 4:00 game too,
Yeah.
so
And
it's
This fucking sucks. It's like one of the 3 games
Yeah,
we get to watch in
yeah.
this world. Fuck this shit.
I'm gonna
At
flip
least they got Cowboys Viking.
I'm gonna flip
Yeah.
a Randy
Yeah.
coin.
Dude,
Raiders are
This might be
one.
one of the few times I like flip a coin.
I'm
Like,
going
I'm
Raiders
thinking
apparently.
the Raiders.
Thank you,
Picking the
coin.
No,
The
you can't
Raiders.
really want to pick the
I
Raiders.
I don't. I
Come
flipped the
on.
coin.
it's not like the Broncos are good. You know.
Oh, but the Raiders, they're like we had this same problem last week when they went against the Colts and they fucking lost.
but I flipped a coin and it said Raiders. So
All right.
I think I gotta pick the Raiders as well. I
don't know.
the Broncos offense is so bad.
It's
bad.
y'all's L, man. I don't know, man.
The Broncos'
it's up to
offensive
you.
line sucks. The
I'm sticking with
receivers are
Curtis
all
here.
like gone. Like
The Raiders are just so bad too.
They
Somehow.
are.
It's
You're
Josh
not wrong. You're not
McDaniels.
wrong. Yeah.
But they're both really bad.
And also, it's Josh McDaniels playing against his old team, so
Oh
he
my
has
God.
even more reason to fuck it up.
It can even be a factor.
He's got to
it
do
just
it. You
seems
know
like
what? I'm gonna lock the Raiders.
Oh my God! What? You've somehow made me more upset than the Vikings in this conversation. Like I didn't think it was possible. You found a way.
If there's one game Josh McDaniel's gonna try to win, it's against his old team.
What the absolute fuck, Crendor? Oh my God, dude.
Lock it.
He's out of his mind. All right, move on then. Fine. God, Jesus.
Cowboys, Vikings.
Give me the Vikings, absolutely.
You
Cowboys.
gotta lock them, man. Wait, yeah, you
said
guys
He did say it.
Swap my luck to the Vikings.
Yeah, then
100%.
give me the Ravens lock then. I want the
Absolutely.
Ravens lock.
You have it. That's yours. By all means, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was gonna
Cowboys.
say, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, I forgot about this actually. Yeah, no, you're right.
You
got
know what?
it.
I'm picking the Cowboys.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I think you're right. I think the Vikings are going to win, but
Yep.
It's bold. No.
I have like 1,000% confidence in this pick.
There, I'm joining you and picking the Vikings.
Thank you.
Hell
God,
yeah.
finally. Jesus.
Crendor, we've been on a team this whole day. Are you joining me? And
Oh,
picking
all right.
against the
Cowboys.
Vikings?
Yeah. It's Cowboys.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta know you're doomed at this point, man.
No, dude, this is
You're
Cowboys.
fucking
he's on
Titanic.
the rise, man. He's on the
Cowboys
rise.
just lost. They're gonna be
He's on the
upset.
rise.
They're gonna come back. They're gonna win. They gotta stay placed in the NFC.
Oh my God. All right, all right. Here we go.
And Curtis also picked the Vikings. So
I mean,
you
Yeah.
Curtis did pick the Vikings. I mean, you foresaw your own downfall, though, Apollo. All right, well, we'll see how it goes.
I did. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where I go.
This is where the season turns.
Bengals, Steelers.
Give me the Bengals.
Jamar Chase is still out.
That's true. I mean, they've got Higgins and Boyd, though, man. They got a good wide receiver core still.
I think this
Steelers
is
did
an easy
beat-
Steelers pick.
Steelers beat the
Really?
Bengals.
Interesting.
TJ Watt is back. The Bengals line
Mm.
supposedly was supposed to get all better. They actually somehow got worse in the offseason. I think this
The
is an
Bengals
easy-
have been looking very good lately.
I think this is a
though.
Bengals
They got
They've
got their
smashed by the
offense
Browns
clicking.
that one game.
This is a
just
Bengals win. Mark it
smashed.
down.
That's
Bengals
true.
win.
That's true.
I'm taking Steelers.
And it's divisional. Yeah, my gut said Steelers. I'll take the Steelers. It was my
You like
gut.
the Steelers
My-
too? Really? Okay,
My
hold
gut
on.
is
What'd
saying
you pick?
Steelers,
I'm
but
going
like
Bengals.
You're going Bengals?
I
Yeah.
think my gut might be wrong. No, I'm going with my
man.
gut. I'll go Steelers. I'll
He's
get
going
off the
Steelers?
Crendor train finally. Wait, is this a
All right.
1v4 for Crendor?
I hope
I
so.
think so because I
It
think I'm
is.
going Steelers too. I
And
can't.
that's stupid
Oh,
too.
baby.
Because the Bengals should clearly
No,
be the
Bengals
favorite.
should- I can't bring myself to pick
Crendor,
them
you could
after that,
join us
though.
to pick the
No,
Steelers,
I'm good.
and then
I'm
it'll be
taking
a,
this Bengal train.
it'll be us all
Ah,
against
fuck.
Discord again,
I'm
probably.
good.
What did
Curtis
really want to
pick?
pick the Bengals here is the thing. Like I badly want to pick the Bengals here.
What did Curtis pick on this
You
one?
picked the Bengals.
Curtis went with the Bengals, yeah. so
Okay.
I want to join
Well, I mean,
Curtis too, man. I
want to
don't know.
mention it is I think it's the obvious pick, but like I don't know. My gut says the Steelers are gonna win this. So
Why though? Like, why are we all so
It's-
certain about the
the
Steelers?
Bengals are
Already-
suspect.
Because I've convinced you guys the Steelers are a better
You're
team. than they
right.
look like.
You're right.
No, I
I-
explained the reason why I was picking the Steelers. I just
Yeah.
did.
And also for my entire career of pick'ems of the AFC North, I know this division in particular is the worst to pick. It's like it's them. If it weren't for the NFC East, this division would be the most chaotic.
Dude,
And-
fuck. I have to go with Curtis. I have to go with the Bengals. I have to do it. I have to pick the Bengals. Like I know I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it.
I mean, I don't know.
Going against your gut to side
I
with
know.
Curtis.
I'm
mean,
with
the
you,
Bengals
Curtis.
are
Ride or
gonna
die,
win.
man.
Wow.
Chiefs,
Betraying us.
Chargers.
All right.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Ooh,
It is
yeah, gotta be
divisional.
the Chiefs. This is gonna be like
Whoever
There's
has
no fucking way this Chargers offense is going to be good enough to match up with the Chiefs.
Well, remember the Chargers. Well, yeah, they're injured now, but when they were injured, they should have beat the Chiefs.
They should have
and
won.
They
that game, yeah.
but this offense, this Chargers,
yeah,
no
probably
fucking way, no chance. Got to be the Chiefs here.
I still just
whoever
think the
hasn't
Chiefs
used their
are-
lock yet, this is a good one.
It's
That's
true.
It is
I
good.
already
I
locked
got the
Ravens,
lock I
though,
wanted,
so-
dude. I got the Ravens
I
over
will
the
say-
Panthers.
This is divisional, though, is all
Well,
I'm gonna say.
I don't know how much weight it has, but we've been crushing it on Sunday night football picks this year. Keep in mind,
That's
the
true,
fact that
yeah.
all of
I
us
still
goes
think all of
Chiefs
us
here,
are still correct. I don't think we.
I think we're right. I think we're
Yeah,
right.
I think it is gonna be the
was
Chiefs,
the
yeah.
Niners. We
Yeah.
all picked the Niners, and then it
Yeah.
was the Chiefs. We all picked the Chiefs. Yeah, we're
I
still
think,
perfect.
I think we got some magic going on here, man. So
Yeah.
I'd be
Some of these
very,
Sunday night
I'd be
games
very
kinda
cautious picking
suck.
against this.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. We have a lot of magical power.
49ers, Cardinals.
Give me the cards here. I'm going to take
Niners.
Niners.
against the norm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Niners.
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have a 1v4 on that one.
And
Yeah, you could have
is
the
Murray-
1v4.
Okay, hold on. Is Murray back for this one?
I don't know, and I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, honestly,
Wow.
they were worse with Murray.
They
so,
actually were.
I think it'll be the Niners, but I think it will be a close game.
Yeah.
I like the
Speaking of-
Cardinals here.
Speaking of Cardinals, has anyone caught the in-season in the Hard Knocks yet?
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
yet.
No,
David
is that
was happy.
started?
Yeah, it started last week.
Oh. Is
and
it?
it's Cardinals, right?
Yes, speaking of Cardinals, yes.
Oh. And that started this week?
Last week, Rob.
Oh, okay.
The
And
Denver
is
Broncos.
Melvin Gordon on that team? I'm
Yeah,
just checking.
yeah, yeah.
I thought-
Curtis picked the
All right,
Niners,
all
by
right.
the way, for the last pick of the
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody lock.
I locked, you locked, she locked,
got
he,
locked.
she, me locked.
Did Rob lock?
I locked the
He locked the
Patriots.
coin.
Yeah, the
That's
magic
right.
coin.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Randy time. Here we go.
Time.
Randy
Randy.
is going Packers. Randy is going Bears. Randy is going Colts.
Ah!
Patriots.
All right.
The
Texans.
coins agree.
The coins
Yep.
agree.
Yeah, of
The
course.
coins have aligned.
Texans.
Yes.
Saints.
Mm-hmm. That's
Elves.
No.
Whoa, what a pick.
Ravens,
Okay.
Lions.
Wow.
okay.
Broncos.
Holy shit.
Cowboys.
Randy.
Randy.
Steelers.
Okay,
Chargers.
Randy has a gut feeling too.
Chargers and Cardinals.
You got the Chargers and the Cards. Oh my God, Randy, he's going for it
Randy's
this week,
crazy.
dude.
And his
Randy.
lock is. Oh yeah, which one? Or the
You
the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
Let's go, Randy. Love it.
Randy was
That's
listening.
outstanding, dude.
Randy
Does the do the patrons get a lock as well, or no?
I don't
guess they-
think so.
there's
I
not-
guess
there's
we
not
could
one listed
try to
here.
figure that out. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that yet.
All right, coach, flip the coin for the lock.
There you go. Yeah,
for the
give him the
Patriots.
lock of the
There you
week,
go.
right?
There we
We'll
go.
give Curtis our own
They
luck.
Also lock the Lions.
He's also locking the
Or-
Lions.
No,
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 that'd be
pick
the
the
Giants. That'd be the
Giants.
Giants
No,
for him.
Oh, the wait,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
He would lock the Giants in that.
Yeah,
the
Wow,
Giants.
Sorry,
so he's
Curtis, we
gonna-
don't make the
is he-
rules, but
Yeah,
you're
sorry,
locking the rules.
but, yeah.
You're locking the Giants.
But
Looks like that's how it works.
Make sure you check out the Patreon.
Good
Oh,
Randy.
that's right. We have the Patreon people. There they all are. Check them all out. Your name might be on that list. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified. Check out the live streams we've done with Quick Snap, and check out the Patreon and the links below the stream and the video I meant, and we're done. All right, we only have 5 seconds before we get a copyright on